Never know what goes through somebody's mind.
Nah, and we hot mic, but we can still talk.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, you never know what goes through somebody's mind.
So it's up now to find?
Yeah, it should be
Okay.
up to find. I'm looking for it now. Let me see. Mm-hmm.
Upcoming. Oh, I think we're good.
They tried to get the case thrown out the court. Something about the lawyer.
Oh man,
I see it just popped up for me.
where do I look for it?
Oh, YouTube. We go live on YouTube.
Yeah.
On the Bench Podcast.
YouTube. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, look it up. If you don't mind, hit that when you find it. Hit the subscribe button for it too.
Definitely. I think I really did.
Yeah.
I
If you
should've.
just bring me your phone, this is a free flowing podcast. You can move around. Don't think we got a tiptoe around here. You don't got to whisper.
How's Melly paying for? Is a record label? They ain't still paying for shit.
Who that?
Melly?
That's a good question. But he a big ticket though. That's it right there.
He's off
And
the
just
bench
hit
or
subscribe. On the bench. On the bench podcast.
We're trying to get off the bench again.
We're trying to get Millie off the bench.
And coach is holding us back. This is not like coming to...
Drumming, man.
Most of these niggas talking about they got motion, forgot to mention they're riding another nigga wave. Get you an OG. We been them niggas. Tony
Okay, that
Boy.
platinum bug gon' bump. I'm forever thump. Ayy, leave that shit alone, babe, and come get you a ump. Ayy, my little shit call me old, babe, but I'm forever young. Nigga hollering by some motion, nigga. Bitch, we out here thumping. Talking about rip her out the plastic, cause she acting brand new. Man, I flipped that little shit backwards, cause that little hoe ran through. I'm out here chilling with my rattler that I met at Fan U. Bitch, your friend want me to pop her, cause that bitch a fan too. Nigga hollering by some motion. Let me teach her how to thump. She be talking real sport, ain't her, but want me to front her. Oh, we got some real motion, huh? That shit funny. Let me tell you something, babe. Yo, nigga, hold me some money. Hey, I'm the plug, not the runner. Go get you some money. I'm old, running circles around you youngest. Hold on, they hollering motion, but a nigga been done it. Ayy, I thought I told her that I'm something that can't be fucked with. I don't give a fuck. Nigga know what's up. Better leave shit alone and get a Okay, I don't give a fuck. Nigga know what's up. Better leave that shit alone, come get a Okay, that platinum bug gon' bump. I'm forever thump. Ayy, leave that shit alone, babe, and come get you a Ayy, my little shit call me old, babe, but I'm forever young. Nigga hollering by some motion, nigga. Bitch, we out here thumping. I don't give a fuck. Nigga know what's up. Better leave shit alone and get a Okay, I don't give a fuck. Nigga know what's up. Better leave that shit alone, come get a
Welcome back. You guys are back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. That was Tony Boy with a fire new song that he just dropped with the visual. You see him with the gray hair. He represent for all the unks out there like me. Next time, Tony, just, give a little shot to Bethune-Cookman too. Yeah, fam, you'll get shot out in every song. Give Bethune-Cookman some love. All right? That's it. Okay.
Write your own damn song for Bethune. And was that like a low-key confession that you're dyeing your beard to fight off the grays?
Man, I got one gray hair.
One?
It's like in my beard. Somebody pointed out to
Wants
me
it all
2
silver.
weeks ago.
Did it like kind of take the wind out of your sails?
It did. I've been thinking about it for 2 weeks straight. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Be mentally stronger, man. We
got a good show for you guys today. We have artist Cheena in. I held that a little bit.
You did.
What's going on, Cheena?
Cheena Blanco. You
Cheena
already
Blanco.
know. We here live in effect.
That's right. So we're going to be talking to Cheena Blanco. I speak a little Espanol too, so I need to.
Do you really?
I need to get a little better.
I couldn't.
My pronunciations.
I was gonna say I sense nothing there.
I dated a Hispanic. She was mixed though. She was Haitian and Dominican, which that's
they
not.
have a whole different vocabulary.
Oh yeah, Dominican.
Yes.
Yeah. But y'all can understand each other.
Yes.
And as y'all can see on the screen here, we're going to be talking all trending topics in sports, music, and entertainment there with the Titanic boat, YNW Melly. We're going to be talking some strippers. We're going to be talking JT. We're going to be talking all type of stuff today, man. Just all over the place. All right. But first, I usually start off the show with just a thought I've been having, something that's been going on with me, with Bubba or whatever. And so check this out. Tell me if I'm tripping or going crazy. All right. So
do we get to guess early?
You might guess right. Yeah. So listen, this could have been 1,000 years ago. Who knows? But it was this girl I was dealing with.
The further away he says it could have been, the closer it was to right now.
I guess closer to his gray hairs.
It was this girl I was dealing with, man. Sexually involved. But we weren't together, relationship or marriage, nothing like that, right? So
but you were getting some.
You were getting it real hard.
Right, but not like a
Not
everyday
sure
type of thing. Not like an everyday type of thing, but whatever. So this particular time, I'm in the bathroom, all right, and I'm not looking for anything. But I'm saying I'm not searching. I'm not fucking raiding her place. I'm looking for
This was a road game.
Yeah, it's a road game.
Okay.
I think I'm looking for something to wipe my face or something. And I go to the bottom of the bathroom thing, and I see
What?
I see double XL condom. All right, now listen, for the people out there that don't use condoms or don't know what's going on, you got size charts. You got the small, you got the regular. Then you have the large. Then you have the
one
extra large.
Run for
And
it.
then it go to double XL. The fuck is going on here, man? What is going on, man?
Long John.
Long John.
Either she's incredibly optimistic or you were outperformed.
Or she is strapping somebody else.
Oh, boy. Wow.
That's crazy. What can I do with that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
my God.
Had you already...
Plenty of times.
Oh, okay.
This is not the first time.
Did you bring it up or just let it quietly
Yeah, like...
I just left.
go? You left?
What can I do, man?
You left?
With the double X.
I left.
Why'd you leave?
Oh, my God.
Why do I mean, why? What? I mean, I may have gotten a little hit first, maybe, before I left.
But you'd already been with her,
I know.
and she invited you back. You're already doing something right, presumably.
That's why I asked you, was I crazy or not?
You were crazy to walk and leave.
Yeah, you're not really in a relationship
No,
with her.
no,
You're
not in a
just
relationship.
hitting it, right?
Yeah.
But if you had never hit it before,
Okay,
and
that's
you
the
see
difference.
that, then maybe hey, excuse yourself. But you'd already been there, done that.
Yeah.
You got invited back.
Yeah.
You're good.
So the double X was not working.
I can't go behind that, man. I'm not going behind
You
that.
probably already did,
Yeah, I probably already did.
and you still got invited back.
probably already did.
Just survive in advance, baby.
Yeah,
It's like March Madness. I think you blew that one, man. I just don't see the upside in your thinking.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, once again, you guys are on the bench podcast, Bubba and Pig, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We're available on all, and I do mean all podcast streaming platforms. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. All right. Now, we're going to transition from XXL Magnums to Cheena Blanco.
Oh, great transition. Oh,
Do
we
you,
there.
do you have any double XLs at your place?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I see a double X. I'm
No
probably
need
going
to
to run.
No need to apologize.
No need to apologize.
That is, I wouldn't even know what to think.
We're curious and not judgmental here, like Ted Lasso.
That's it. So you're an artist,
Yes,
right?
I
So
am.
how long have you been doing music? What lane of music would you say you're in for people who are watching may have not seen or heard your music yet?
Well, I've been rapping for a while. I've been rapping for like about 9 years.
Okay.
And I had gone by different many names, and I used to go by Listen China Doll, and I do have songs with other good local artists that are, you know, strong in the game, and I got hit like good dope. I went straight to jail. Right on, like when my shit was popping, I was so fucking butthurt. With the double XL type shit.
Going to jail, butthurt.
Yes, you know, I had to sit down for. I got hit with a 5-year sentence. I did 4 out of 5.
Oh man, okay.
So it's like when I came out, it's like I was a new person, you know. I had to like learn how to readjust to society again and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I learned so much stuff about myself, and I ended up changing my name, my look, my sound, everything. I'm for the throat right now. Like
What? And I don't mean to stop you right there, but what made you like change it? You change your name. Who did somebody recommend that to you, or you just thought that was the best thing to do?
I always thought that I wanted to embrace my past and like my nationality at the same time.
Okay.
With my name, so
Which is your nationality?
it's Cuban, Chinese, Cubanese.
You're Cuban and Chinese.
Chinese.
Really?
How many people on earth are that?
Shout out for the communist bloc back in the 90s.
Baby. Yes, so I used to spell it like China. I used to be Cheena, you know, illicit China doll.
Okay.
And China doll. But I switched it up. I'm Hispanic, so I was like, I'm gonna go with Cheena. I asked my old girl, I was like, Mom, how y'all spell China, like Cheena in Spanish? And she's like, CHEENA. I was like, word, that's beautiful. You know?
There you go.
Yeah, it was like a nice spelling. I love the way the letters went. I was like, hey. So back in the days, you know, I used to be caught up in some other stuff, and they used to call me like little baby Grisela Blanco. And, you know, so I stopped living that lifestyle. So I was like, how can I embrace my past and still not be that person, but still talk about what I did? Because I still got my stripes at the end of the day. So I was like, I drop the Grisela, keep the Blanco.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So
They just
I
put
was
them
like,
two together.
yeah, and I put them together. I'm like, all right, Cheena Blanco, here I am.
So your dad is Asian and your mom is.
No, so my dad and my parents are both Cuban, but my dad's, my mom's mom is Chinese.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you remember when the Chinese migrated and then went to Cuba?
I didn't know there was a large Chinese
Yeah,
migration in
there's
Cuba.
a big migration there in Cuba.
Okay.
And you know, we're a communist country, so like that country right now, my family's suffering over there. Like, they ain't got no food.
Your family's still
Like,
over there?
Yeah, I got a lot
Are you
of
like the
family
only
over-
person in your family who's here?
Nah, I got my brother here.
Oh,
and I
it's your
got
brother?
like a couple of aunts and uncles and stuff like that. But like my main,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
the heart of the family, like they stuck out there. You know.
So how did you get to the United States?
Well, I was born and raised in Miami, but
Okay.
my old girl's the one that risked, you know,
To getting over here.
to get
Gotcha.
over here, you know, and stuff like that. And got her shit together, and
Right.
you know, so we here now.
That's right. That's
Nice.
right. That's
USA.
right.
We landed. My
Nothing
mom
wrong with
landed.
So what's next? What's next for you in the music?
So I have like some real big projects. I just dropped my new EP. It's my first EP with my new sound.
Okay.
With everything I've been through from prison and who I am and my funny side and my money side and the hustling side, and you know, it's just everything of myself is in that first EP. And now I'm working. I got this new single, and it's called "Take Me Home." It hasn't been released yet. It's dope. Like,
Where-
it hasn't been released right now.
Where can people find the EP? Is it available yet?
Yeah, it's on all platforms right now. Cheena Blanco, CHEENA Blanco.
That's the name of the EP too.
It's Me Fi Me.
Me Fi Me.
Me Fi Me.
Okay, Cheena Blanco. But if they type in your name, that's gonna come up.
Absolutely.
For
Nice.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Me
for
Fi Me.
sure.
It stands for like me, myself, and I.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, did it all.
De
On the
La
strength.
Soul. Remember those guys?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They had one like similar to that as well. And so you're gonna be making a video for this new single.
I got.
since you like it so
I
much?
just did a track called Little Thotty with me and my boy.
Yeah.
Wake Me When I Die.
Okay.
also my producer. He's so fired. This song Lil Thotty is out there right now. It is streaming. It's making some noise.
Yeah.
It's for the ladies. It's definitely a summer jam right now. It's popping. And we just did a video to it, so it should be done soon, man.
Nice.
It was been done by, directed by Ghost. Shout out to directed
Oh yeah,
by
I know
Ghost,
that about
man.
Ghost. He does a lot of work.
Yeah, he's fire. He's fire.
So, where are you gonna release the video to? Like YouTube or where?
I'm definitely gonna release it only probably on like YouTube or maybe like also World Star Hip Hop.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to go for the bigger platforms, you know, BET, VH1, MTV.
Get more eyes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, trying to push harder this year.
Tyler Perry just bought BET.
Yeah. So you got a chance now. To
So hit
actually
him
get
up.
on
Yeah, you know.
But he doesn't like women, doesn't he?
Ah, come on, man.
I'm half and half, you know.
You're half and half. What does that mean?
I mean that I'm a woman, but I think like a man, you know.
Okay, Steve Harvey. There you go.
Yeah.
Somebody read the
Steve
book.
Harvey, I thought we were entering the trans universe.
No XXL.
Call
I
back.
don't want to hurt nobody.
No, I want to circle back to you said like when you got out of prison, like it was kind of like hard to adjust like back to like life outside of prison. What are some of those challenges? What things did you find kind of like man?
Well, you know,
this is
I think the
stress.
hardest thing was that I was 6 months pregnant when I went down.
Oh.
And when I had to turn the judge actually gave me like 50 days to give birth and readjust like, you know, the living arrangements and all that stuff.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I think that was really tough. I had to give my daughter to my mom. 4 years gone. My daughter doesn't know me like that. I'm all the way in Tallahassee, you know. And it was crazy because my daughter has to learn who I am all over, like, who am I?
At the age of 4.
At the age of 4, exactly.
yeah.
That's already
that's
4
old,
years,
yeah.
and she sees me,
that's
twice
good.
a year? You know, my mom is a little older. She got my other 2 kids. You know, my brother, you know, like, everybody, for the most part, did extremely well on being there for
That's
me
what's up.
as a mother, you know, and going in my position that I was in. But I think the hardest thing was learning my daughter and telling my daughter I'm her mother, you know what I mean? So it's like,
How did she? I mean, at 4 you could talk and all that. Like, how did she react and all that?
you know, like, she was really standoffish with me. Like, if she fell and got hurt, she wouldn't come to me. She'll, like, run to my mom and be like, and I'm like, come, I comfort you, you know, like, I play, you know. Mommy, I went to school. That's what we tell them, like, I didn't want to tell her because she don't know what the hell jail is, you know.
Yeah.
But she know what school is. So, like, she went to college, you know, camp. And then, so I think that was one of the hardest things. And then people change, right? So all those 100, I can curse on you?
Yeah.
So all
Well,
those
you've been
100
cursing already.
Yeah, I know.
bro.
I've been forgetting.
Ask
But,
forgiveness, not permission.
I forgot.
all right.
You know those 100 motherfuckers I used to chill with all the time? After 4 years of not being around, people change.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're
for
hanging
sure.
out with different people. They think different. They even eating different shit. Hell, they got
They
different
went
hobbies.
vegan. They went
Yeah,
vegan
they
on
went
you.
vegan.
I was thinking the
on
same
my
thing.
ass. So
Somebody went vegan.
just learning, you know, I mean, I already knew when I went down as it is. I mean, when whoever ain't there for you will fuck them anyways.
Yeah.
You know? But still, there's some people that do, life is busy. You know, life still keeps moving. I know I've done it. I've had a bunch of niggas and homegirls locked up all the time. And I'm busy, man. I be forgetting sometimes, right? I'm like, oh, shit. But I take their phone calls. I put a little money there.
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
still stick around their family and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
And you're saying you feel like not a lot of friends did that for you while you were.
Well, I had a couple of girls, man. They roll for me. Straight soldiers. They fill out that shit. They came out there. But a lot of those people that were there with me when shit was good, like, they weren't there for me. But the ones that were there for me during when I was down and up, they were there for me.
Gotcha.
That's
regardless.
it. Yeah.
But, like, I came out and I had to start learning that. You know, I'm testing the waters and I still look dumb sometimes because I'm like, damn, I should have knew that shit from the beginning. Type shit. Like, fuck, why I keep falling for the bullshit, you know? Yeah, so I grew and I changed. Now I got different morals and different standards, you know?
When you got caught up doing what you were doing, were you here in Central Florida or were you down south?
I
Where you
was here in Orlando, Florida
Okay.
when I got indicted. And then I went to Tallahassee. And it just so happened that when I went to Tallahassee, JT happened to get caught like a couple of months later and got, into our prison. So at the time, at first she wasn't in my, unit.
Okay.
She was in a different unit and stuff like that. But like towards the end of her sentence, she ended up in my unit.
Okay.
So my bunk's right here, she's right there. So, we're bunkies. Right. We're neighbor bunkies, right there.
Exactly. Do you have your own individual cell or do you have like a bunk?
Nah, like each bunk has 4.
Okay.
Bunks. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you got 4 fucking little ass lockers.
Okay.
So if you're a lifer, imagine living in a fucking locker this big. Like,
yeah, that's not good.
That's crazy.
So this is, what we talking, 5, what's this, 5 years ago?
Yeah, so it's like 2017 probably.
Did a lot of people in there know JT? Did you recognize her right away?
Oh, yeah, because they locked the whole damn prison down when she came in. So, yeah, helicopter.
But she hadn't reached up full, like,
but she was
right?
still right there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's
yeah.
what people didn't see. I actually seen her in her most prime time, and she was hurting the most, man. Because imagine you going to jail at the same time you're blowing up.
Right.
Like Drake just said your motherfucking name, yo, and you're on the fucking bus like this on the way to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
That shit must suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I seen her, like, she didn't give a fuck about what the hell was going on in the prison. She was more focused on, like, is my other half gonna be all right and ride by herself while I'm down?
Yeah.
See, people don't know that, and I seen that mindset in her when she was seeing her Young Miami performing by herself and doing a lot of interviews by herself. JT would like shed a tear and be like, damn.
Yeah.
She's like, this is bullshit, like I'm ready to get out of here.
Right.
And I seen her struggle, I seen her pain, I seen her hurt, and I actually seen her care about the other half. You never, people don't know that stuff.
No,
yeah.
Don't know.
But I used to hate getting my mail behind her. Oh my God.
Why?
Yo, she had fan mail. Oh my God.
Like a bunch of different letters.
Yeah, and I'm, little old me, you know what I'm saying? I want, mail from my man, and I want mail from my brother, and my old girl, and shit, my kids. And yo, like, waiting to get mail behind her, it's over with. If they say her name, it's over with. Like, you ain't gonna get shit until all her mail goes through, which was mad cool to experience, as an artist and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And we survive and shit and kick it, and it's cool and shit. We got into a little argument over some dumbass scissors with my dumbass.
Some scissors?
We ain't supposed to have them shits. And
okay.
Like, let her borrow it. She did give them back to me, but I didn't remember, so I stashed them quick type shit. And then when I found them and shit, I was like, my bad. She's like, fuck you, Cheena. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I drove her fucking nuts, but it was cool and stuff. I wasn't the type to be like on her dick about, I rap. She knew I rap. But everybody was on her about that shit. I just let her know I rap. I'll see you on the top one day.
I was going to, because that was my
that's
next
a good
question.
That's a good way to play it though. For real, I do think that's better.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, like, did you feel comfortable with asking her about that? But
you
that
know how
is,
many
like Pink
people
says.
come up to her already with
Yeah.
that? And then she's right on her prime time, and she's stressing about getting out. I mean, she don't got time to hear.
Nah,
you know, and then she cool, like mad cool with other girls, and they rap too. So it's like everybody fucking raps.
Yeah.
So I figure, like, I really rap. Like,
Right.
I got, like, I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm like right there. I'm coming right behind you.
Right. No, that definitely was the better way to play it.
Yeah, but much love to her and respect, man. They doing their thing.
No, that's for sure.
For sure.
So did she get out first or did you?
She got out first.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we were all in the same dorm together, so I got to say bye and
that's good.
seen her ready to go. Boy, she get all her shit out. She's like, have this, have that. She had everything too, man. She had everything for any other prison. She didn't give a fuck. She had it all, from makeup to like the baddest of the all uniforms. We call it clothes.
Right.
But yeah, she was doing that. Man, shout out to her, man.
Have you ever seen any of these like the women prison shows. I wonder how close they are to reality. Like Wentworth or what's the other one?
Love After Lockup.
Orange is the New Black is another one.
Yeah.
Like how close they are to like reality.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. There's things in there that they don't even know about.
Right.
Like people don't want to talk. You don't want to expose that type of shit because man, then they'll be on it. But a lot of things go down in there more than what you believe, man. It's a whole new life in there.
Really?
Oh yeah, them bitches be trying to try you, and everybody's somebody in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like,
that's that world where
outside.
everybody can be somebody. Like I used to tell motherfuckers not like, yo, I'm that. And they'd be like, and now I'm out, and they, watching on the gram, and they finally be like, damn, she really is that. Well, what the fuck? I've been told you that.
That's
You
funny.
believe it for the kid.
Right.
What it is as far as like being in prison, like do the women rape each other like they do
Oh
the dudes?
shit, hell yeah.
What's the move there?
They get strapped down. Yo, yeah, it gets crazy.
strapped
So
down?
that double X, let me tell you about that double X.
Oh,
So, I used to work in facilities, so, I had some homegirls and stuff. They actually make that shit in there.
Make the sex drive?
Yeah, out of
Really?
silicone. Those windows, silicone. 'Cause, they work construction and shit.
Right,
They,
right, all
they,
type of-
they
yeah.
got
Yeah.
all this stuff. Man, they used to, sell that shit for like 45 or whatever, soups, chocolates, chips, whatever the fuck they needed. Commissary money, But, hey, them things used to be like this. I was like, what the fuck? Yo, I ain't gonna say no names, but there was this one celebrity's mom, she was locked up with me too. And she was strapping the bitch down, got caught. Everybody know what time it is that was locked up with me. Know what time it is, boy. But she was pounding that thing.
what you get out of that?
I don't know, man. I
Like for a dude at least whatever
because-
sick thing he gonna get off and come. But the girl, I mean,
well, at the end of the day, it doesn't change nothing for the studs in prison. They all use straps out here anyways.
anyway.
So,
But
what's the
they
difference?
using straps for because they want to pleasure their
Of
mate.
course.
I imagine the person in jail like I don't fuck with this person, so I'm gonna rape this. I don't know. I don't know.
Just
You
to,
mean
just
like
You
to-
want to
straight up-
pleasure the
just
person
to cause,
you're raping?
to cause, yeah.
Because that's what I'm.
I guess that's a great point. Yeah,
You
yeah.
wanna pleasure the
Like,
person
what
you
is the
rape.
objective there? Are you
What is
trying
it?
to bring pain to the person,
Well,
humiliate
it just
them?
depends. It just depends too on when people do that. Like the person that's doing it. So it's just like that's something you can't really answer.
Yeah.
Like you
Without
have to
knowing the
be
person.
the person on the other side to know their true intentions. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because it can be any intention.
Yeah.
What about that person knows something about that person? They send that person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
And
Yeah.
we're over here thinking he's just a rapist.
right. He
But
got
that
sent.
was a hit.
Yeah.
You never know, man.
That's
Straight
wild.
up.
Well, it don't change the fact he's still a rapist, but even if he was sent,
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
got you. No, I 100% understand what you're saying. Yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man. Prison is really, really, really crazy. Like even the COs are nasty, and like they play around with the girls in there too.
What's the worst CO behavior you observed?
Oh yeah, like fucking the girls. in
Like
there.
often.
Man, they get caught. Yeah, yeah, they get caught. One guy caught with his motherfucking pants down over there, like back in the warehouse where I used to work.
But what's the dynamic? So the CO, yeah, he wants to get laid. There's a bunch of women in the prison.
You'd be
Like,
surprised,
is he
though.
trying to like start some weird relationship where he's got like a side chick that's a prisoner, or is he like just raping these women to humiliate them?
No,
Like, what's the
actually-
move?
Actually, I can tell you the truth. Like, from as witnessing right now that I'm out, they're actually together. I've seen people like,
Oh, okay.
like they end up
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Like,
for- yeah.
holy shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it really like worked out for them. But
We've made a love connection.
love and lockup.
Love and lockup. That's another show.
Yeah, it's really called Love After Lockup.
Okay.
Oh,
Love
okay.
after lockup. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Love
they should be
during
on
and
that show.
after.
Yeah, I
Shout out to the ones that make it.
That's funny.
No, that's
too
what's up.
funny.
For real.
Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. I want to give a quick shout out to our very first sponsor here, Overkink.com. Overkink.com has all, and I do mean all of your bedroom needs. Use promo code Bubba Pink.
Even if your bed is in prison.
Even
It's
if.
still pink in there.
Apparently
They will
quite a
ship
bit.
it. That's right. That's right. Get your P.O. box or an address to ship, and they will send it out there. All right. And if you use promo code Bubba Pink, they'll ship it at a discount. All
It'll
right?
be
There you
extra
go.
pink.
Extra pink, extra cheap.
That's right. That's
Can't
right.
go wrong.
Do you have a favorite sex toy?
To tell you the truth, I feel like just give me dick, man. I'm not with them toy shit. It don't please me. I feel funny touching myself. I think that's a little awkward for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just get straight to it.
To
I
each
don't
their
got time
own.
with them
Nothing
toys.
wrong with
right
that.
Hey.
So what you're trying to say is you're not going to use the discount code.
No, but I will use it and grab it because I will promote it.
All
Talk about
right.
it, and I'll give it out to one of my friends that do use it for her birthday. And she can get pink, Bubba Pink with it.
That's right.
it.
That's right.
it.
It's your birthday.
That's it. We got Chris commented about the prison rape stuff or whatever. It says it's about power, not necessarily about them getting off. The woman couldn't have said.
Chris had a tour in a women's prison.
She knows things too, man. That guy knows about everything. Man.
All right, man. He's versatile.
That's right. That's right. Let's get into a couple trending topics here that's going on all around this world here. Let's see here. What I want to start with. Let's start here with the Titanic thing. Let me show a quick video here.
Titanic.
Yeah. Where is this Titanic video? Is this it?
Okay, so apparently some geniuses thought that it was cool to go diving to see the Titanic, and now they stuck down there. Like, like I wouldn't even want to go near them waters. First of all, I don't care how much money I got. Ain't that much money in the world that'll make me go even on the waters that the Titanic sunk in. Okay, you talking about you want to go discover something. You want to go see something. Look on YouTube. That's what the internet for. And then peep this. Not only are they stuck down there, but they got about 40-something hours of air left. And this was a couple hours ago. So I know it's probably got like 37 plus hours left for air. Air to breathe. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You shouldn't have took your butt down there. Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. Going down to the see the Titanic. You ain't watched the movie? I still got it on cassette. I got the 2-part cassette.
Oh man.
So Pink, what do you know so far about this?
Well, yeah,
Missing boat.
there's a company that does these submarine tours of the Titanic wreckage. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think this was like the maiden voyage that they've ever done. But for $250,000, $250K, you can get on the submarine and go down there and explore the wreckage of the Titanic. So there was 5 total people. There was the company owner, the pilot, a British billionaire, and 2 wealthy guys from, I believe, India. And they're the ones that went down there. And so far, there's apparently been some talk that an airplane detected some banging noises, but they're still trying to find the submarine. They haven't located it. There's the possibility that they will never locate it. And they are, at this point, probably looking at about 12 hours worth of air in the tube. So something has to happen. And again, in some of the reading I've done, it's possible they're already dead. Because again, when you're that deep, it's so cold and you've probably lost power. The speculation is that the vessel's lost power, that you're potentially suffering from like hypothermia and freezing to death. So it's probably not a good way to go. But let us ask ourselves this: what is a good way to go? Like, if you're gonna die, it's gonna happen. Would you rather rot away over 18 months of cancer? Die in a fiery auto crash? Like, whatever. So you got to die. Let's have some fun doing it.
That's not fun.
That is so fun.
That's not fun.
First of all, did it even have windows? What the fuck are they looking at?
I think the front of that looks like you could see.
Yeah,
it,
maybe.
It's not
it
the
would
That's
it
the
would
only-
it would defeat the purpose if you're down there and
can't
can't see
see.
anything at all.
Oh my God.
And asked that because he don't think it has the windows. But I said maybe they got like cameras on the outside. That little black thing that's poking out, that seems to be
Yeah.
like maybe camera. And then they have a TV or something inside. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if
The-
they lost power, then you can't see anything.
Yeah, the funny thing is one of the articles I saw like that one of the controls to this thing is literally like a video game controller.
Yeah.
That you could get at like Best Buy for like $19.99.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Like
It
you'd figure there'd be a higher level of technology at work.
It's just crazy because I don't give a shit like how rich I am. I'd rather go up than down. I mean, like the ocean is the only place that has not been fully discovered.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
Ann
why
was
take
saying
those
that.
chances?
So you would go into space before you go deep down in the sea.
Absolutely. I'll go up, but I won't go down. I barely want to go swimming. I mean, there's
I don't-
fucking
I don't-
sharks and fish that's never been discovered. Like,
I hate
Yeah.
to hear that from a girl. but
You
but I
probably
might-
heard it a time or two.
I might have heard it a time. But I think I agree. I think I might have.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not the whole water thing's not my thing. I don't like to be in anything other than a pool.
Yeah.
You know, so
Thank
this is
you.
definitely not my
Thank
thing.
you.
But you know, what I was going with is, you know, you're gonna die some way. It's like certainly these guys didn't go down there planning to die.
Right.
But it's like if you're an adventurous sort of person and this is what intrigues you, like on some level, it's better to do that than to just die randomly doing some other nonsensical thing that you don't give a damn
I'm
about.
like, fucking no body,
You
no
know,
ashes, no
and,
nothing.
and it was to see the
what's
real
left of the
What's
Titanic.
left
Like,
of
you
the
know,
Titanic.
it's been over 100 years now that thing's been down at the bottom of the sea. So my understanding is there is a structure down there that you can see and whatever, but I don't know, like, you know, what condition that's in and what sort of erosions occurred over time. But yeah, I mean, these guys obviously are adventurous people. They have the money to do the things that they want to do. But it does raise a point, I mean, like money and power is intoxicating.
Yeah.
And it's like when you have a certain level of wealth, like you can do things, you can make decisions and do things that, you know, we can't do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and part of that becomes like a power trip to just, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna go look at the Titanic. You know, like, it's like, what are you doing on Wednesday?
What are you doing on Wednesday?
That is
You know?
really true because I've always thought about how like there's another world that we have never seen, like the filthy rich world.
No, it's a real thing though, because you like when you just like the options you have in your life and your day are completely different than what we experience.
Yeah.
You know, and when that becomes your norm, it can distort, you know, how you think and how you operate and move. And for a lot of people, they handle it well. They have a great life with all their money. For other people, they kind of become a little nuts.
Yeah.
You know, but
And the thing, people are probably like fighting over this too. It's probably a couple of rich people that couldn't make it because there wasn't enough room.
could have been that. But no, I mean, you talk.
And then
but
maybe
you-
they're afterwards.
No,
like,
you,
damn.
like,
you
thank
talk about
God.
when you first said fighting, I'm thinking of the survivors of these people, because there's a fortune to be divided.
Oh yeah.
If these guys are dying, how many people in that family are like, man, don't find this thing. We got some bread to split. You know, like,
Them
Chauncey commented it's gonna be a lot of good life insurance about to come up.
exactly.
They about to
man.
come up off a check, man.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, this is interesting.
It is, man.
So yeah,
That is crazy.
But you know, there's
Some
people
rich
thinking like
kids
that,
right
though.
now.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. They're like, hey, you know, wouldn't be the worst thing.
Damn, my kids, my parents, they died for a good cause.
Now they get the businesses, all that. Man.
And
I
listen,
would never go
and
down.
You know, there's going to be a big lawsuit out of this too. Like,
Yeah.
I
you know.
think though, but definitely when I don't care how much money you have, like if you have that much of money, you should at least have like a backup, man. Like something gotta give. Like don't just fucking go down there and just depend on that goddamn submarine and shit, because things break down. Airplanes crash.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
boats break down.
There was one of the stories. There was an engineer on this submarine, and in 2018, he had voiced some safety concerns about this particular vessel and the design of it, and the company fired him. And you know, he sued for wrongful termination. They sued him for basically like disclosing trade secrets, and it settled out of court. But you know, and again. that's going to be a huge piece of evidence, like, when this gets all sorted out, as far as any litigation that follows, and I don't know how much insurance these people carry for this thing, but hopefully a lot, but, and then again, there's that thing too, like, it's sad to say, but like if a homeless guy dies and he's not survived by any family members and he doesn't have any sort of net accumulations or any of that, like, the value of his life in pure financial terms is relatively low. If you have somebody that is a billionaire, extremely wealthy, and has net accumulations of significance, that the value of that life is just simply higher in pure economics. And so if you're talking about pursuing a claim in that regard, the economics of the 3 potential multimillionaire, billionaire guys dying, that's a lot of dough.
Yeah. That's a lot of money that just died.
For real.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say that yet because we don't know that, but God willing, or through all, they come back somehow. I mean, good luck.
Yeah.
They're pretty deep.
If I was a lady who just was walking by one of these people's houses, I'm popping up pregnant, man. I'm popping up pregnant.
We have DNA testing and stuff like that. I mean, it's
I'm sure they have kids.
They can still do that?
What?
You could, if a person dies, you can still check the DNA back to a dead
person? If they have kids already,
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you have some family lineage. I don't know.
Definitely.
Well, maybe you won't try that then. Maybe still worth a try.
Sure
I don't fucking know.
Brush at home and so close.
I'm just trying to brainstorm for the.
I guess, man. Bubba's looking out for the ladies.
Just trying to look out for the ladies, man. That's all, man.
We've got some heat for not.
Go claim those billions.
We've got some heat for not respecting women properly, but Bubba's out here trying to fake pregnancies on their behalf.
There you go, man.
But at least he's giving them money behind it.
Well, that's his plan.
At least it's not, telling you for free.
But his lack of science will probably just leave them humiliated and broke as they were before.
Oh my God.
It's worth a shot. All right. Once again, you guys on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. Who
is YN Melly, the South Florida rapper on trial for the murders of his 2 best friends? Well, we've seen him blowing kisses and praying while on trial, and his courtroom gestures have gone viral. The 24-year-old, whose real name is Jamel Demons, stands accused of shooting and killing Christopher Thomas Jr. and Anthony Williams. Melly was an up-and-comer in the rap world whose music blew up on SoundCloud. He and his co-defendant, Cortland Henry, along with the 2 victims, made up the rap collective YNW, which stands for Young N-Word World. Melly is best known for his 2017 hit song Murder on My Mind, which got more than 500 million views on YouTube. But the lyrics came under fire after he was linked to the murders. One line from the song reads, "I didn't even mean to shoot him. He just caught me by surprise. I reloaded my pistol, cocked it back, and shot him twice." Police say Thomas and Williams were gunned down on October 26, 2018, as they were leaving a Fort Lauderdale recording studio with Demons and Henry. The accused say the 2 friends were killed in a drive-by shooting, but prosecutors allege the rappers framed that shooting. The victims' families say they were stunned by the case because they were close to Melly.
Somebody that we knew, this somebody that we loved, this somebody that we trusted. Like, we watched him grow up.
This is not Melly's first run-in with the law either. In 2015, the young rapper was charged for a shooting near a high school in Indian River County. After serving time for that crime, Demons released his first EP, Collect Call, following hit singles Butter Pecan and Medium Fries. If convicted, the young rapper could face the death penalty if 8 of the 12 jurors find him guilty, with a unanimous decision no longer needed in Florida.
Yeah, so that's YNW Melly. For a little backstory there for folks who may not be too up on his music or his case and what's going on. So what you know about this, Cheena?
What I hear.
And that's basically what.
Yeah, because we really
just
don't
know
what's really popping with that. But I mean, like I don't. It's a tough story. It's a tough story because, my opinion is so crazy because, like, what about if somebody did run up on them and maybe they were just riding dirty and they were trying to clean some shit up because they don't want to get in trouble with drugs or something on them. Like, people don't think about that stuff, man. Like, It could be a lot of things. And then he had the little other situation with the little dick pic, and then that comes in play. Like,
Was it actually a little dick pic?
I don't know if it was double X, but I believe that a little pic flew in somewhere, somebody's messages, and I don't know if it's that like enough to kill two people, like your best friends. On top of that,
yeah, I mean that's what I mean. That's if that's what happened, and to get killed out of that's a tough call right there.
Yeah,
it is.
That's pretty bold.
And Melly, I've been listening to Melly's almost since he came out. At least since he came out with those earlier, tracks there. And when you watch him and you look at him, if that's the case, that's enough for him.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, I mean, that's the thing. The 2018 song is like,
yeah, it's enough.
It's
enough
for my mind.
It's enough for him. But still, like, nobody knows. So if he did do it, he did a decent job of like framing all of this and putting all this together himself.
I don't think you could say that.
Why you can't say it?
Because he's on trial right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on trial simply because it was 3 people and he's the last person that was alive. You understand?
Yeah.
And they could track him to being in the car, but they don't have anything. They don't have anything like directly tangible. I know that's not the word, but you know what I'm saying.
But there's
100%
no
tie him to these murders. They don't have that.
There's no ballistic evidence.
No, they don't have anything.
None.
No, they don't have anything.
Well, I'm not talking about 100%.
All circumstantial. What this is what I can confirm. Everything they have on him is circumstantial. The text messages, we have pictures and video of you getting in the car with these guys. All of it is circumstantial.
I'm most fascinated by what the ballistics would tell us.
Yeah.
And like, where did the shots come from, angle-wise?
Yeah.
Because drive-by shooting shots are going to come from a particular angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, from the outside, because was his best friends in the car with him?
They were in the car, yeah.
So the bullets would be out if he did it. Unless he walked from the outside up to the car.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying he did.
He walked up to the car.
Yeah, to make it appear like a...
To appear like that. But
and
again...
And then they're saying he drove the dead friends, like, to make it appear...
Yeah.
So they're saying he did. So what I'm saying is, if he did all of this... Because if you listen to the court and listen to the lawyer as he's explaining, okay, this is how Melly would have had to... Like, that's a lot of shit to do within this 2 hours. I don't know if he freestyled that or if he thought about this for months how he was going to do it.
Murder's on his mind. I mean, come on.
But he did a lot of shit.
Before that happened?
You never know because people could record stuff years ago. You know how that
I would
works.
say, though, I would say this. Like, if you're going to murder your friends and you're going to be with them at the time, like, he set this up, assuming he did it. Like, he would have put some thought into how he's going to try and pull this off.
Oh, hold on. Ray says ballistics show that it wasn't a drive-by.
That's what I'm thinking, because your angle of fire is going to be very particular. And again, think about this. A drive-by is a car, shooting basically, from across the street or whatever. Like, if you're saying, well, I walked up to this car and shot. Now, what I envision him doing, for better or worse, is probably shooting these people at close range. And then perhaps getting out of the car, moving some distance away, and then firing random shots at the vehicle to make it appear that fire may have come from that. Mm-hmm. But you probably are shooting at dead bodies at that point.
Yeah.
So isn't there like gunpowder residue in your hands after you shoot?
If theoretically, I mean, if he was not immediately apprehended, like, you could probably wash the residue.
I mean, it's pretty tough.
Could be. I don't know. I fired a gun one time out in the woods. Hit nothing. So, again, I don't know. But again, if this is not a situation.
Shit, my brother said piss would take it right off.
Piss? Really?
Damn.
What you mean your brother? That was somebody else.
What do you mean it was
Never
your brother?
mind. My brother from another mother.
My brother right over there. I'll give you his name and social. That's wild, man. No, that's funny though.
Hold on. So Ray got a couple messages here for us. Okay, so one, he says, I don't think the truth will come out. It was his plan, but he didn't execute it. And then he did say there's no substantial evidence. Everything is circumstantial. Okay.
The gunpowder was inclusive.
Gunpowder was on his co-defendant, and it was inconclusive inside the car. they can't determine if the shots were fired close range or not.
Okay.
They don't even know what type of gun was used.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
So
like
there's some holes in it.
He
but
did
yeah.
a lot of work. That's what I'm saying.
But if you are,
40
I mean,
minutes?
if you are,
40 minutes?
Yeah,
thought
I
you
think
said-
so.
Okay.
I think so.
But I mean, if you're planning to kill somebody, I mean, it's a pretty
it would have to been
important
a plan.
task. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's what you're trying
Yeah,
to do,
yeah.
you know, if you're going to put thought into something, like,
It's like, yo, I know about that dick pic. I'm going to kill him tonight.
No, that ain't like something you think about. That's like a crime of passion, I should say. Like,
well,
your best friend to kill somebody that you like, you know, you're.
yeah, but
Unless he already
grew
knew
up
about,
with
like,
you grew up with these guys. Yeah.
but I think like.
Like, that's more like spontaneous. That's like, you know, I blacked out and fucking killed you. That's not like something I think I'm going to kill my best friend. Damn, that's some serial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way, though. I mean, like if you
say
if
he's
you
crazy
see,
enough, you see
I
the
think
dick
it's-
pic,
I
and
say
he
he's
probably
crazy
say, you know
enough.
what, I'm going to tell him, let's ride out.
I think it's crazy enough for either scenario.
well, I
To be
mean,
honest
like
with you,
like
to
Aaron,
plan it out or
Aaron Hernandez did
Yeah,
the
yeah,
setup for the
he
guy.
He planned it out.
Yeah, I think
Some guys are
we're not-
wired.
we're
Yeah,
not
just-
giving this guy enough credit for planning. You know.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Probably what it is.
No,
That's
like,
a great
like-
point, though, the Aaron Hernandez thing.
Yeah.
Because it came out, he made the plan with the had the cleaners come out and
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
He planned that all out. And it could be the same case with him. But they ended up finding
Like
that
that,
gun with Aaron Hernandez.
I know,
They ended up
but I'm
finding
saying,
that
like,
gun.
if you look at if they haven't found a gun,
Yeah.
you know, if he's gonna, you know, say that there was a drive-by shooting or whatever, like he definitely planned some of this.
Yeah.
Like he had a plan to get rid of the weapon. He had a plan to make it look like something it wasn't. You know, so it wasn't a complete, in my opinion, heat of passion thing where it's like, hey, they're sitting around whatever, and all of a sudden this information comes to light, they square up and start firing.
Yeah.
You know.
That could happen, too.
Yeah.
Argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's basically what his lawyers are saying. Anything could have happened, actually. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's all those guys ever do. Because no, all you're doing, you have to prove a reasonable doubt.
yeah.
And it's a weird, vague, nebulous term. Nobody knows exactly what that means, and but it's just that there's some believable story that could have happened. And that theoretically means we can't convict because there's a reasonable doubt. Reasonably, I could look at this and conclude that a drive-by shooter came by or somebody wanted to rob these guys and whatever.
Yeah.
And if you make a story there in the absence of having, any other plausible story, you beat reasonable doubt in the mind of the jury. I thought fascinating too, though, like I didn't realize you didn't need a unanimous finding of the jury.
To convict or for the
to-
death penalty?
Well, it sounded like either. They said you only
Okay.
8 out of 12, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But traditionally, and a lot of times you'll have cases where you'll have a deadlock jury where like 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 people are like, hey, we want to convict or whatever, and then one person holds out, and it becomes a mistrial.
Right.
And you got to do it all over again. But if you only need 8 out of 12,
Yeah, I know. He particularly said Florida.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Florida
yeah,
must
yeah,
be
yeah.
one of the few states that's like that.
yeah, for sure that was it. But I mean, I didn't realize that. And that's a significant change.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what happens is in a jury situation, they'll just break that last person down, and now they literally don't have to do that. They don't. They can leave 4 people out there being, hey, if you want to be an idiot, have at it. But before, like there was great pressure because it's like either we got to come out of this unanimous or this is just a mistrial.
Yeah.
And so if you're the 1 or 2 holdout, they're going to be putting pressure on you, and it's like hey,
And sometimes that 1 or 2 person, they was just holding out for more pizza.
could be
Because you gotta, we want to stay in this deliberate. I want more pizza, man.
definitely.
Bring some more New York Chinese food in here. I don't know if he did it or not.
The jury has some requests.
Overtime.
Yeah, overtime. Overtime. No, that's what's up. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what this trial goes. I'm not one of those social media people. Like I listen to him, I'm a fan of his music, but the free melody and all that stuff. I really don't know what happened. I don't know, so I can't say I hope it goes well for him because I don't know what
I
happened.
always look at these things like who the hell else did it? Like, where's the other suspects? Like Casey Anthony? Like, who else killed the kid? Like, nobody. Come on, this is stupid. I really.
You can't throw a man in a chair just to say, Or the lady, if in case, just to say, okay, because who else did it? You got it.
Well, but on top of all this, you have all the circumstantial evidence going toward this person.
You
now,
do.
Every T may not be crossed, every I may not be dotted, but you don't end up in trial with nothing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot pointing your way, and then reasonably, who else did this?
And he's been laughing in court too.
He's a weird guy.
Who's he blowing kisses to?
He's a weird.
Yeah, but I still want to know who he's blowing the kisses to.
Nobody.
I don't wanna catch
don't
that
think
hard.
nobody.
They need the opposite angle when he's blowing the kisses under people's eyes.
Dodge that kiss.
Hopefully Floyd Mayweather's over there.
His last name is Demons. It's pronounced Demons, but still.
We was just talking about that.
That's crazy.
That's ironic.
Yeah,
And then he laughed like one too. It was
Yeah.
scary.
But then again, he already had a charge for gunshot and stuff. It's like, what? Come on.
Yeah, shooting at a school.
I could
sound like a
this
sane
is
person.
This is the opposite of the Travis Rudolph thing we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Travis
is like
said,
like when the more you learned about it, the more you're like, man, I don't know what else he could.
Yeah, he was just defending himself.
But yeah, this one's hell. Just short circuit this and lock him up.
Yeah, lock him up. Don't throw him in a chair.
No, we want
He's
to
a
throw
young
people
man.
in the chair.
Huh?
We want to throw people in the chair.
Yeah,
I'm big on the chair.
You big on the chair?
You like to see that last
Serial killers.
No, I don't. I mean, not to like watch. I mean, there's other stuff I'd rather watch. I'm an elimination guy. Like when you're like when you're somebody that is just not gonna get better, like just get rid of it.
Just hit him with the fatality.
Excise the cancer and be done with it.
If you kill multiple people, I don't think you're gonna get better.
No, I agree.
No.
If you're
one
like
person, it's like something could have happened, whatever, boom, boom, boom. But you have the 2 to 3 people,
or the manner in which you kill people.
And the manner.
It's like
Yeah.
like you were saying, like if there's like a heat of the moment thing, that just goes south and somebody ends up dead, like I could potentially see redemption in that. But if you're somebody that like
more forgiving.
plans and executes this thing and kills somebody, if you're like a sexual predator type guy, those people are not getting fixed, man.
Oh no, they get sicker and sicker.
Yeah, you just go to darker and darker places. In
In
that sense, like I
definitely agree on the sexual predator.
Yeah, I just feel
those,
like
That's coming up next. Cause now they want to make it where younger and shit, and where it's tolerated.
Yeah, in prison they call them chomos.
Oh yeah, like was okay. Oh yeah, women 16 maybe they might turn up to 16.
So you like. So you're lowering the age where like you can have
other countries already
sex.
have. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah.
You know what's crazy though?
Yeah.
Because if you really think about it, and people don't think about this, United States is right now the only country in the world really that is 18 and up. Yeah. Because everybody else marries their kids at 12, 13, 14.
That's
it's legal.
Well, like all those land countries.
Yeah.
Like, 15.
Yeah, so be happy that the United States is 18 because these countries sell their kids at
15 and over there, it's like they're ready. Well, I guess it's the difference, like 15 to 30, no, but 15 to 20, that's more acceptable,
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely some circumstances like when somebody's like 17, other person 16, and stuff like that, and people get sex charges out of that. That I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
like
18 and 16.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like,
like
when it's
18
very
or 17 or 18 or 16. Yeah, because there's some good men. They're already their minds is like 22.
Yeah.
Like they're
talking about like some high school boys.
Yeah, but when you get like a 32-year-old person and they're like hanging out at the middle school, like we can't have that.
Oh no,
like they saw R. Kelly at the McDonald's.
Oh shit.
What do you think his go-to meal was at McDonald's?
Chicken nuggets. Because it comes with a bunch of them. Put them all in the box. Dip them in the sweet and sour.
With dipping sauce. With dipping sauce. I like
we got a comment that say just let bro come on the show. He got a lot of good comments.
He does though. He does.
All right, let's move on, man. Once again, you guys are on the bench podcast, Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. Now, they told us you used to manage strip clubs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Was that here? Was that down in Miami or Central Florida?
I was here in Orlando.
What's some of them? Which ones
I
you were
was
at?
running Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse. I heard of Crazy Horse. Matter of fact, Crazy Horse going down tonight.
Yeah, it actually is. And shout out to Artist. He is the manager out there. And he's cool as hell. Y'all go check out my dog.
Are female managers rare in the strip club business?
Yeah, it kind of really is, but at the same time, it's not. I just feel like, I don't know. I think like men like to run that shit.
Run shit, period.
Yeah,
not just that shit.
So how did you get into that though?
So I know somebody that knows somebody, a mutual friend. For real, like no, for real, like.
Oh yeah.
I used to be, in the streets a lot, so I got connections. So I used to be a customer.
Okay.
And then I became the boss. So,
Okay.
yeah, I already know.
So you used to frequent strip clubs.
Yeah. Me and my man, we used to always be in the strip clubs. Run that shit.
So what's
Diamond Club?
What's your as a customer? You going to the strip club? What's your ideal type? Who gonna get most of your money? What type of female is gonna get most of your money? You like the pole types? You like she got to be real thick? Do she have to work? Yeah.
I like ass. Right?
Okay.
So you gotta have. First of all, that thing gotta move. Because
you
I can't shake that thing.
So you need somebody to shake that yin and yang.
So I need the yin and yang.
Ass envy.
And I love girls that work that pole. You know that?
Okay. Pole action. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's so sexy.
That take a lot of strength.
Yeah.
Not that I know personally, but I hear it take a lot of.
Bubba's the only man at the pole dancing class.
I think them girls that put actual art into their dancing and they're just not. I'll call it trap dancing. You know, you got, like you just da 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 because you got that big old thing just wobbling around.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I really like them girls that work that thing, go up there, spin around, open, pretty, seductive, hair flowing. And then they come and just pom, 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 right in your face. You're like, damn, you were just so sweet on the pole. What just happened?
Do you care if it's real or not?
Nah, I don't give a damn.
Really? Okay.
No, I got my body done.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hate.
Okay.
And, it's not really fake if you think about it because, all that ass, it's real unless you got implants.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's real fat.
It came from somewhere.
Yeah, it's fat. It's just my fat move from my stomach to my goddamn ass.
Yeah, no, I get that, yeah.
Now, my implants, my tits, they're fake.
Okay.
Because they're implants.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're not. But if I was to put fat here, how can you tell me they're not real?
Right.
No, I get that.
That's just crazy.
No, that's a valid distinction.
It's like molding.
Mm-hmm.
It's like getting somebody and just
body sculpting.
Yeah, your body sculpting.
Yeah, you are. I like it.
There you go.
And then take this fat out of here and put it where it fucking belongs.
Where it belongs.
Yeah, but yeah, the strip clubs were fun and hard at the same time.
What's the biggest challenge in managing a strip club?
Personalities, multiple personalities. Them girls from all different races, actors, they're all raised differently. They talk different. They think different. They feel different. One cries. One can handle the liquor. The other one can't. This one got her boyfriend coming in, throwing money on another bitch. She about to slap his ass. Then it gets really, really, really crazy. And like,
I can imagine all those scenarios.
and then girls trying to steal other people's customers and like, well, you ain't shaking enough. He wants me. He likes this. I'm working it. You ain't working it. You just posted.
Do you set if you're managing, do you kind of have some rules like here's how we're gonna operate, and if anybody doesn't follow that,
because I have to put some structure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because when you have something like
it's all about leadership.
Yeah, like when you got everybody just doing whatever the hell they want, the club looks so disorganized and so ghetto. Yeah. It looks like you're going into a little regular bar with some strippers in it, and they just, you know what I'm saying?
What are some of your key rules?
Your presentation, man.
Yeah.
Make sure your nails, your hair, you're looking like you're a celebrity's walking in. He's coming for you.
Right.
Like every time you go to work as a dancer, never ever be like, oh well, it's Tuesday. Fuck that. Do you know how many of these people, like famous people, basketball players, football players, rappers, they pop up on a Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday. They don't care. They'll come in the last hour of the club.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I've seen the most craziest shit.
Right.
I've seen a whole NBA team walk in at the last hour.
Which team?
I don't remember the name.
Oh,
damn. I don't remember the name.
But I can imagine that for sure. You just never know.
Yeah.
Especially people who got money who are willing to go to strip clubs. Like, that's random.
And you know, because they ain't seen
It's
no
probably
girls.
Bubba's Sixers, I think.
Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. I don't
Definitely
remember.
wouldn't doubt it.
To be honest, I would have told you. I would have said I wouldn't give no fucks given.
Were you the sort of manager? Now, this is a little different because I think he was the owner, but the P Valley dude, you ever watch P Valley?
Yes.
Was you sort of that type of manager?
Hey, I am that type of manager, but I still had somebody that was like on my neck.
Right.
Yo, and he was like a straight dickhead. Like, you can't move with that little motherfucker. Like, he didn't want you to run a club the way a club was supposed to be ran. Like, these girls don't want to be bored. They know the rules.
Right.
You got to give them some leeway.
A little flexibility.
Yeah, let them get in their zone and shit. A lot of girls don't want to walk in. They know the club don't pump up until 11. They get there at 9. You think they want to get on stage and there's no customers? They're wasting all that energy and working those muscles for nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think they really think about that stuff because, man, if you work from the club opens at 7, 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And you're there until 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's a long ass time to be dancing and working a pole. And all
Can you
that.
imagine
Motherfuckers
dancing
in
2
shape.
hours for no reason just
Yeah.
because the damn my boss wanted to be like that? No, if somebody walked in,
Do you guys offer gym memberships as an employee benefit?
fuck no.
They should.
They don't even want to give you discounts on bottles.
Jeez.
Yeah, they be hard on you. It's be really, really crazy.
So how does the money work at a strip club? Like the girls get cash given to them. Like what
the
do they
only
gotta do
thing
with
they
that?
pay for is like the rental, like renting the environment. Basically, it's like renting the pole.
And what is that, like a flat
for
rate for
house
the
fee.
night?
It's like a barber written in a chair.
Yeah, so
Oh,
yeah, type shit. Like, okay, so but it goes by the hour. So let's say you come in at 10 o'clock, it might be $50 or whatever. So you go in there, you pay a little house fee, you know, and you tip out your DJ and your floor guy, because those are the ones that look out for you the most.
Okay.
You know, the DJ's the one that plays your motherfucking song, so tip out the goddamn DJ, because he's the one that gets the girl hype and whatever you want.
Does the rate per hour change? Like
Yeah.
if we're like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it might be like $20.
Yeah, it might be like $10.
Okay. I
Like,
got
that's
you.
the first house fee, it's $10.
And then like
But when you hit 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, forget it. You get hit in the head. You better be a bad bitch that's going to make that. You know for sure you're going to make that bread back.
What we talking? 50, 100?
100.
100?
Yeah, sometimes 120.
And then how much you paying? How much would you tip the DJ for like the night? What
Man,
you talking?
if you fuck with the DJ hard, man, and let's say you make, it just depends on what you make.
Oh, it depends on what you made. Okay.
Yeah, like if
How
you make
busy
a
the night was.
bag, man, like let's say you go in there and you make 800, get the DJ a hundo.
Is that a good night?
Hell
800?
yeah.
800 is a good night.
You didn't think
Okay.
that's a
Well,
good night?
I don't know if it's a good night.
I
I don't know. In an hour.
We in Orlando, it could be it's
I'm
different
saying-
There you
spots.
go. That's the difference.
It's the difference.
Yeah.
Geographic.
Yeah,
that's true.
Orlando.
Miami might not be a good night.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Miami, hell nah, that's not a good night. That girls don't want that $800. That's how much they hair costs and shit.
Imagine the fees too.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, the fees must be high.
Oh yeah,
True,
Miami's
true,
fees flat. Ooh, like what is it, like $200, $300 a house or
Right.
something?
Even Tampa might be a little higher. I know Tampa the strip club
They have different
unit over there
rules.
is
But, you know,
yeah.
Tampa,
you could be
don't need a
completely
license.
naked in Tampa, and you don't need a license. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't need no nipple tape either.
You don't need that. Nah,
You don't
Tampa
need no
you can get
nipple
yeah.
tape.
Yeah.
I remember when I came
I
out
used to
from
frequent
Miami
in Tampa.
and seen the strip clubs over here, I was like, what? Oh, I grabbed the girl and shit.
Yeah.
I jumped back like I was raping her. I was like,
Security, get this
Nah,
guy.
Orlando, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
We
Orlando.
get down differently up here in Orlando.
Yeah, man.
like Miami
when we come out, when the sun goes up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
different.
crazy.
It's different.
Oh,
definitely
That's
is.
why I moved from there. I was moving
Exactly.
too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
I was moving too fast in Miami. I was like, man, you know what? You want to hear something funny?
Yes, we do.
I think it's like the funniest story of my life, right? So I was called the Coin Bandit.
Coin bandit.
The Coin Bandit. I'm the reason why they changed the way the parking meters are. Like, I'm the reason why. I'm dead ass serious. So back in the days, right? You know how you have to put the quarters in?
In the meter, yeah.
In the parking meters and stuff like that. You know how they don't do that no more now.
Right.
All right, I changed the whole game.
What did you do?
So when I was little, right? I think I was tripping on acid or some shit.
How little were you?
Hey, listen, man, I was like 16 years old, man.
I'm just happy you're over
10 years.
Oh, yeah, I'm just
like,
happy you're over 10.
Yeah, I was like 15, 16 at the time, right? And I was tripping balls, probably walking down South Beach, and we had a Spam can. And we fucking around. I took the Spam can key. You know, the key to the Spam.
Oh, to Spam the food.
The Spam,
Yeah, because it was
you
like
can
a key.
open that motherfucker.
Okay.
And me tripping, I was like, I'm going to try this fucking key inside the little hole of the parking meter. Man.
It worked?
That motherfucker worked. Yo, that motherfucker worked.
But so we get all the...
So I used to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and walk from the 1st Avenue to 177th Avenue. Collins, from Ocean Drive, from 1st Overland Drive to 17th. Then I will go to Collins because it's the next street, and then Washington Avenue, and then all the way down to North Miami Beach. Man, yo, they were putting on the news. Something is going on because the parking meters had no quarters when they went to go pick it up. And they were trying to figure out where the fuck was all the quarters, nickels, and dimes are going.
Wait, how did you carry all the coins?
In my book bag.
That must have been a heavy book bag.
Yes. Well, I had a car, that would follow me.
Okay, I was
And,
gonna say.
we would dump it out. I had like almost $7,000 in quarters and nickels and dimes.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's so rich back in those days.
Oh, yeah,
That's rich.
It's rich now if you're a kid.
Yeah, $7,000.
You're doing damn good.
Man, let me tell you how I got busted,
You're
though.
doing better than me.
Let me tell you how I got busted. So we're walking, so, I guess, they've been watching us. They were in one of those buildings up in the top. They started setting up people.
To spy down on him.
To spy down in the parking meter.
Yeah.
So they finally see me fucking there with the key thing and slam me on my neck.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they came down, a bunch of people. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm getting jumped.
No, for real, though. You knew that couldn't last for long.
Hey, I knew it wasn't going to last forever.
No,
I got slammed on my neck.
Especially once it got on the news. They're going to be like, people are going to be
they're
like, what's up?
they call me the coin bandit. That shit was so crazy. I was like, yeah. So now, the whole parking meter shit changed. So
Did you reach that level where like they had like a reward out for any tips on finding it?
You know what? I don't remember because I was really young. I probably wasn't paying attention, but I'm sure they did. They took the time to set up and wait for me.
Yeah, I know, for real. That's funny, man.
Yeah,
yeah. So that's one of my funniest moments.
No, that's definitely hilarious. Definitely was doing better than me.
Bubba was a funny money guy for a little while.
The funny money guy?
Yeah, man.
You had that funny money?
I had the funny money, man.
What kind of funny money?
Almost. We was working on almost a year. Counterfeit. Moving counterfeit money. Yeah, back in the day.
Man.
Yeah, that
I
was
seen
big
funny money in a long
Orlando
time.
area. Yeah, it's been a while now. It's been a while. Huh?
You remember the food
You think it's
stamps?
still going?
You remember the
I remember
the
food stamps
booklet?
used to come, in the book.
I got little glimpses of that in my life, like right at the end, probably like right when it probably tried.
I was a jit.
But I remember that booklet, like a little glimpse of it, man. I remember that shit.
I remember
They
that.
used to tear. We used to take that
Yeah.
ice cream truck.
That's when it
used to
used to
come.
be-
My mom used to pay.
$2 bill, I should have kept the coupon in my wallet.
I know, they should have kept one.
Yeah.
ODB made sure
Oh,
he
yeah.
did that.
That's right.
Rest in peace.
That's it. That's when it used to be easier too to exchange food stamps for money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's the same principle, but it's just easier.
Give me $1, give you the $2.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
That's crazy.
Nah, it was. Once again, you guys on the bench podcast, Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. I want to give a quick shout out to our second sponsor here, Royal13thebrand.com. Again, that's Royal13thebrand.com. Use promo code Bubba Pink and be fresh for the summer.
Hey.
All right. I wanted to move here next to speaking of Miami, there's these girls in Miami and they kind of got caught up. Wanted to just have some fun with that real quick. No, it was just too loud for me.
Was there like a news guy talking in the background or no? What happened?
No, it wasn't. It's nobody talking in the background. Hold on, really quick. It's going to take like a second here.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna mute it. So basically, it's just the girls went down on a trip to Miami, and they got pregnant, and they don't know who the fathers are.
Wait, they all got pregnant?
Yeah, it was two. It was two of them out of the group.
It's probably the same dude that got her friend pregnant. Everybody ran a train on him.
A reverse train.
Hey,
It was probably a threesome, and their baby daddies both the same.
Dang.
Hey, it get crazy in Miami now.
It makes the family reunion interesting.
Oh,
It's
man.
weird, but why would you even post that?
I don't know.
Like, why would you even say, yeah, we went to Miami, we had so much fun, we got pregnant, we don't know who to find? Who would post something like that? I guess they wanted to go viral, and they did.
But what about if it was just one dude and she just don't remember who he was because she got drunk?
Could have been.
But then what about the friend, too? They were together.
Well, they were homeboys. They just went double dating.
Yeah.
And got splack and lag.
That's my idea. That's my
double
idea.
date.
Not double date, but yeah, it was two.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. It was like-
It probably makes the most sense. I mean, rather than just the one guy.
Unless, we get them guys to be like, yeah, we were the ones that hit that. They got to step up.
you know
And then-
they're not trying to do that right
Yeah,
now.
they're not.
as a dude, like as a single guy, that's whether they was in Miami, whether whatever, whether they visited or they from Miami, and then you meet these girls for the first time, and then it hits your brain like, oh, we could smash.
Yeah.
Oh,
Possibilities there.
You may meet them at the mall, you may meet them wherever. Then it's like, okay, all right. So from this time to this time, what goes in your brain to say, okay, I'm gonna go raw. I never seen these girls before.
That is dangerous.
They seem like nice girls.
They seem like nice girls.
It's like the good girls gone bad.
And then both of them to go raw. Both friends. Like not one of them not smarter than the other.
Like statistically, it's kind of funny, but it could just be that thing. Like you're probably drunk or high, and like
they probably see
nobody
some twin
stopped by to
brothers.
get a condom, and it just has to happen.
It has to happen.
Yeah.
You don't want to break the mood in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That was for a store run.
Yeah. Nobody wants to do that.
What about if they were just already getting into it and they're like, oh, shit. I don't got no fucking condoms on me.
That's exactly
and she's
what I'm
like,
saying.
I don't care. I don't got nothing. Just stick it in me.
Yeah.
You know how that shit goes.
We do.
Especially when you're lit. You're like, the hell with it. You don't got nothing, right? Let me smell it. I don't see nothing green dripping.
Yeah.
I don't see no bump.
That's totally what happened. I mean, like we can't act like this is some difficult mystery to find out.
No, that's definitely what happened, man.
Yeah, definitely.
But
It
it's still wild.
Yeah.
It's a wild
I
life
mean-
to live, man.
Yeah, just to come back to friends. Right?
And then not to know anything like the DNA, like does your baby gonna have like motherfucking cancer runs in your family and shit? Like you don't know shit.
You don't know.
Well, actually, yeah. There's I guess there's one or two scenarios that are kind of funny that we haven't explored. It's like, so literally they smashed these dudes and got no information on these guys at all, like no names, no IG, nothing.
Like that's crazy.
Or they clearly smashed multiple guys over the course of the trip and just don't know which one it is.
I think that's a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah.
Could be. But yeah, you can. I mean,
I guess you can, depending on how many, how much damage.
What
you
about
the process of elimination might work better once the kid's actually here.
There you go.
let's see how I look like. Is he white or is he black?
right.
That's funny,
There was that one Cuban Chinese guy.
That did my nails.
No.
That is funny.
That's funny.
That's hilarious, man. But I take these trips with my homeboys that I've been in a couple situations.
Thankfully, none of you have come back pregnant.
I'm glad your dick didn't fall off.
That's more like it. Glad, the dick didn't fall off. You just got to be more careful, man. But
Yeah,
you always at
safe
one
sex,
time,
everybody strap out.
and you just be like, all right, I'm wilding out. I can't do that no more. And for God, if you just take care of me this one time.
Unless he's rich.
Like fucking just killing each other and this and that. They're really fucking with condoms on?
That's a good point.
I mean, you're not scared of dying? I'm gonna feel that pussy.
Yeah. That's It's true.
I'm gonna hit it raw. I'm gonna come out and get shot from a drive-by with these fucking idiots fighting. Strap up.
That's
No,
funny.
that's for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
the condom's the least of my concerns right now.
Yeah. Shit, they're passing that law, right?
That's
Which
funny.
one? About the
With the
guns?
guns?
Yeah, Florida,
Ooh,
right?
oh my God.
No, you don't have to have any
Nothing, no training, no permit, no
no
nothing.
permits, no registration. Well, you have
Motherfuckers
to
gonna
register
be
the
out
gun.
here like Wild West.
Probably still gotta have some kind of check.
Yeah.
Mental illness, anything? No.
Nah, nothing. Nothing.
Do you picture that? The fucking Wild West.
It's gonna be crazy.
Motherfuckers can come out on horses and shit.
Is it gonna interfere with you? No, because you could just.
Yeah. It's like that in Texas already. But Florida's, I imagine, is a little bit more of a wilder state for that to go down in.
I think it's really crazy.
I've talked to people from Texas. They said that they really didn't feel no change in crime or nothing. Like crime didn't fucking go up. People didn't just start shooting each other because they.
Right.
Anything you think about it more, you're like, okay.
When
he
he's strapped.
got one on him. He got one on him. He got.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think twice before I act crazy.
Everybody can have a gun.
Everybody's gonna be,
It brings out like intimidation.
Yeah.
Everybody's strapped.
That's the pro-gun
Who's gonna
mentality,
shoot
though,
first?
that we assume everybody's strapped up, and it's kind of. I mean, it's kind of like the Cold War, really.
Yeah.
Between the USSR and the USA, like we both got nuclear arsenals and can destroy each other, so we'll just posture for about 2 decades. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
Somebody
probably.
said, sounds like child support and chlamydia. Yes. Y'all better strap up. We don't need none of that. No green shit leaking. And we don't want no deformed babies. You know what I'm saying?
For real, you never know.
I know, like, it's funny though, because like that's your daughter coming back, and like then you realize her friend is pregnant too. Like that's almost like a double whammy. Like,
Yeah.
It's like
real.
you can't
That's
even
crazy.
you can't even focus on your daughter being an idiot. This is the circle you keep. This is why this happened.
like one stop. You and your friend. There you go.
Going to the clinic.
That's funny.
No. All right. I had a post I saw on social media, so I'm going to ask you this question. They were asking women this question here. So what they want you to do here, they're giving you $7. Shout out to the money things you used to hit there. So you got $7 in quarters here, and you want you to spend it wisely. All right. So you got $7. Good in bed. You looking for your ideal man. All right, and you got to build him with $7. Good in bed is $2. Real sexy is $2. Funny is $1. Tall is $1. Attentive, I guess that's caring. That's $2. A provider is $3. Imagine that. Intelligent, smart is $1. Loyal, $2. Protector, $3. Romantic, $1. Might be hard for to remember, but you can see it on the screen.
Yeah. All right.
$7.
$7. Here we go. So I'm going to go with number 7. That's my number 1.
Intelligent, smart.
Intelligent,
Okay, $1.
really?
Okay.
Yeah, he got to be smart.
What
I
do
don't
you,
want no dumb
there's a
nigga.
word for like I forget the term that like if you're attracted to smart people, like there's a specific term for that. I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go with number 3, funny.
Okay, so you at the dollar store right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Spending them one at a
I'm
time.
going to get the most valuable things first, and they cost
Okay.
$1. So
That's it. Funny,
All right.
intelligent.
that's the number 1 thing. And then you got number 6, provider.
Okay.
All right. So how much is that already?
We at $5.
We got $5. Now these $2 are important now. All right. You know what I'm saying? I gotta spend this wisely.
Okay.
I don't care about the looks. You can't be crazy looking deformed. And shit. Hey, I'm okay.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with the loyal.
Loyal.
Yeah.
Okay.
All sensible choices, low key.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you surprised me. We
You
haven't
like
had
my
many,
$7?
We have not had
That's
many
that
women
pink
that would
7.
have. That's right. We've not had many women that would have spent the money that way.
No, I don't think we've had any.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm special.
So
Clearly.
we went with loyal, intelligent, provider, and funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
like that. There you go. There you go.
Yes.
All right. For everybody that's watching and commenting, put your okay, look Quan. I ain't seen Quan on here in a minute. Sapiosexual, whatever that means.
Yeah, I was what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Run a little definition right there. Whoever wrote that, who is it?
Quan.
LaQuanda.
Yeah.
Russian.
Sapiosexual sound freaky.
Look it up. Look it up. What is it?
It's just too long for me to even.
Super said, hell nah, it's super long.
Oh man. Shout out to Cheena bringing out people we've never seen and people that everybody commenting today.
Yeah, people are.
Y'all follow me on Instagram, Cheena Blanco, CHEENA Blanco. Don't sleep on Blanco. I promise you.
Not at all. Yeah, Chris says that's a solid list. And then Quan said that means you're attracted to smart people.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You got to be smart in this world. We got some dumbass people around here.
It's tough to deal with dumb people, for real.
Yes.
Like you can't get around that. Like, it's just when somebody's just dumb, like, there's nowhere to go with that.
I think, you know what's worse? When that dumbass person think they smart as shit.
Most of the dumb ones do.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a real problem.
And they fucking
talk about them
bust
folks.
their bubble pink bubble. And that bubblicious bubble.
Yeah.
Like me, and you confuse intelligence for just common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's true. Common sense is very important.
Nah, that's true.
And it's not so common.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
No,
dude, it's
not at all.
Wow.
So lastly, what we're gonna do here is I have a thing where every once in a while I tell the people the shows and movies that I'm watching right now. Then after that, you can stay on if you want, or you can leave if you want. We're gonna get into sports.
Oh shit, I'm out. I'm gonna dunk that on y'all head.
Okay, bars.
And I'm out. I'll let y'all bat it back in, because now it's baseball season, right?
Yeah, there you go.
At least you know the season.
I know a little bit.
A little bit.
Definitely.
All right. So like I said, I'm gonna talk about the top 5 shows that I'm watching right now currently. I'm a huge TV show person. I watch all type of shows, man. All type of shows, whether it's comedy, sci-fi, drama, documentaries. I'm on all of it. All right. So this week right here, what I got for y'all, top 5 shows I'm watching right now. At number 5, I'm gonna go with a tie here. And that is Shooting Stars and Dear Mama. Those are 2 like documentary type films or shows. All right, the Dear Mama is about Tupac and his mom, and like I said, it is probably.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, you do it. It's the best film or show they've done about Tupac since he's passed. They've had some others that were duds or not as good. This one is really, really good. I'm deep into season 1 right now. I have a Fire Stick, so I get anything for free. Okay. People who, if we got higher white people watching, please don't shut it down. But you Google it, you'll find out which platform it's on. And then Shooting Stars, that's LeBron James and his high school crew.
I saw that recently.
That was pretty solid.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I almost wish there was a little bit more to it. I almost wish they did it over
wish it was more
maybe
to
3-4 episodes or something like that to get a little bit more depth in the story.
Exactly.
The one part with that, I just want to I don't like. When did he connect with Rich Paul and Mav Carter and those guys?
Like why didn't they go over that?
Yeah,
that's why I got it at number 5. For what it was, I think it was solid, but it's just more meat on the bone.
Yeah, for sure.
At number 4, and you can't see this picture here, but it's called Silo. Silo is a sci-fi show. It's really dope. That one I do know the platform. It's on Apple TV.
But I don't watch sci-fi shows ever.
Me neither.
You don't?
They're corny as hell.
I don't know.
Well, bad for you guys because I have 3 on this list.
And it's crazy because I haven't watched any of those.
You haven't watched any of these?
None.
Okay.
I watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and shit like that.
I love that, but it's just not on right now. But I love it.
Between seasons, I do like that one.
Yeah, I love that one too. I love that one too.
I like that it came with an edge to it. It wasn't just like
they put twist on it. I love how they did that show. That was on my list when it was out for sure. All right, at number 3, I have From. All right, From is another sci-fi show, but I think it's one of the best sci-fi shows out right now. Like I said on the previous show, I just hate that they're kind of stringing us along a little bit. to where we're at the end of season 2 and we still really don't know what the hell going on. But that's how good the show is because we come back every week for it. You know what I mean?
What keeps you going if you're 2 seasons in and we don't know what the hell's going on? Do you just enjoy being confused?
At this point,
that's a good one. That is so funny.
I may be as crazy as YNW Melly. I don't know, but I'm there. Yeah, I'm there. This Sunday, I'm there. That was a good one. At number 2, I have Black Mirror. Black Mirror is just it's the number 1 sci-fi related show. It's not
For
all.
the record,
it's not 100% sci-fi because it's some drama.
My son made me watch an episode of that. It was insufferably bad.
No.
Oh God, it was beyond bad.
I wonder.
I literally 20 minutes in, I like.
Do you know what was going on? Like which show? Which? Because each episode is not related to the other. So
it literally made no sense. It looked like it was almost like
scattered all
period show, like older.
Okay.
Like the time period was maybe like the 60s or 50s or something.
Okay.
But like,
he shows you one of the more non-popular ones, but all of them, I like all of them.
I literally, about 20 minutes in, I just looked at him dead serious, and I was like,
I'm gonna send you my favorite one.
I'm
gonna send you my favorite one, and you got to give it a chance. Right.
Well, you know what? Send it to me too, because I'm open-minded to look.
Open-minded, because Black Mirror is fire. All right.
I'm looking for like things to actually watch sometimes.
I'm watching Suits right now.
I get tired of watching all the drug
but I enjoy that.
Yeah, I like it. Suits is okay.
You
it's
watch
older
Cocaine
show.
Bear.
Cocaine Bear was fire.
Dude, that was not what I expected
at all.
It just turned into like a weird horror movie.
A weird horror comedy.
And that's what I didn't like that at all.
No, I thought it was gonna be drama and more realistic.
No, I thought
it was a true story.
I thought it was
really happened.
I thought it was Bear acting like that. That's fucking crazy.
I thought it was gonna be like a comedy, and I was gonna laugh and stuff. And then like
it had some funny parts.
It had a few, but then the weird horror stuff was just like
towards the end. It was
like what the hell's going on?
Yeah,
I felt sabotaged.
All right, at number 1. I have a tie here. Is 2 comedy stand-up comedy. I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan. All right, so I have Ali Sadiq here with Lost. They're 2 totally different stand-up comedy specials. Ali Sadiq, Lost, he tells a bunch of different stories, and he's a phenomenal storyteller. One of the best storytellers in the game right now. He went to jail for an extended period of time. He talks about that, and he makes it fucking hilarious.
Her.
That's a good question, right? Oh no, but it's hilarious. He got it out, and it's on YouTube. All right, he's a guy. He's doing it. A couple years back, Netflix wouldn't do a deal with him, so now he has his own business. He's doing it all his own way. He's funding everything on his own, all of that. Ali Sadiq, definitely check that out. And the one that I have it tied with is David Arnold. And David Arnold is a guy who, right as he was getting his chance, right as he was blowing up, and he finally got his Netflix special. He died like the next month.
Oh.
But that Netflix special is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I gotta
all right,
watch
it's
it.
called It Ain't For The Weak. It's definitely top 5 out right now. That comedy special, both of these. All right, that's my top 5 that I got right now. So Cheena, tell them where they can find you at, and again, what you got coming up.
Well, you can find me at every Instagram and TikTok and Facebook at Cheena Blanco, Cheena Blanco, Blanco for y'all that are very slow. You know what I'm saying? And then I got my music video coming out right now soon, like in 2 weeks. Lil Thotty will wake me up when I die. Y'all don't sleep on it. It's very, very sexy. Y'all haven't seen the freaky side of me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all about to get to see it at full effect.
Did they see it in jail?
No.
Okay.
No.
Understandable.
I need something that actually goes up and down on its own.
I had to ask.
I need an up and downer. You know, I like something that spits at me. I don't want to spit at it. Trying to get fucking wet down there. Oh, man.
Who's spitting on what?
Yes. There's a lot of pink spitting in there, Bubba. Oh man, big shout out to y'all, man. It's so fun being here.
Yeah, for
For
sure.
real, for real.
For sure. Well,
It's
we
been
definitely
blessed.
appreciate you. Look forward to having you again in the future, all right?
Of course, and y'all talk about y'all
Yeah.
sports while I
Get to
dribble my ass out of here.
Hey, another bar.
There we go.
All right, I
She
see
full
y'all.
of them. All right, now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
man.
Yeah. No, that was definitely fun for sure.
Oh shit, let me close my thing. Get this fat ass out of this corner. That Cheena comes, I need more space for that ass. Okay? All right,
We'll
y'all.
make
Peace
arrangements.
out.
All right, now.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So, yeah, like I said, Pink, of course, we in the off season of the NBA. We're gonna be talking a lot of NFL too coming up because the season coming. It's
Okay.
slowly coming back around.
Yeah.
Right. But right now we're in the NBA off season. The draft is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
The draft is already here, man.
I didn't even know it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
If you didn't notice, Wemby is everywhere. He's throwing out first pitches. He's
Badly. Did you see how small the
hand,
baseball in his
yeah.
hand? That's insane.
that was like
man.
insane.
Yeah, I loved him on JJ Redick.
JJ Redick podcast.
Yeah,
he's
was
doing
really
his
good.
rounds.
He's
so,
really
so
good.
you know it's
He's
it.
really good.
Y'all be
All right, hey,
safe, man.
have fun, man. You guys take it easy.
Take care of you.
Yeah, man. Next time you save me a shot. Huh? I don't want that.
Hey, you know what? That's Kevin Hart's new liquor.
Oh, for
Stay
real?
with that. Stay with that.
Kevin Hart's
sure?
new liquor.
Yes, definitely.
Appreciate
Blessing,
you.
I'm sorry
We
it's such
didn't
little,
know. We
man.
didn't
No,
know.
it's all good. It's
I'm
all
here
good.
drinking off- damn.
Appreciate
Man,
you.
we would have been gave you that.
No, it's all good.
But that's Kevin Hart's new shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All right.
$50 for that big ass bottle. But he owed me front row tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Promo there. Come on. Look, I didn't even know he had one.
There he goes.
But,
everybody, you ain't anything if you don't have your own liquor.
Yeah, people. Yeah, everybody got one. On the bench,
yeah.
got to get one next.
I know we do.
But yeah, so yeah, Wemby, like you said, he's making his round. So the draft is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So everybody, all these teams are making their moves now, and you're hearing all these trade rumblings. So the first trade, well, not first trade, but the latest big trade is here, where the Celtics, Wizards, and Clippers, they already finalized the trade, sending Porzingis to Boston, Brogdon to the Clippers, and Marcus Morris in draft compensation to Washington. Basically, for Washington's side, they're jumping salary. They got rid of Bill.
Yeah.
They're getting rid of Porzingis. Between those two, I think I read it's like close to $250 million they got off their books.
And Kuzma declined in
Kuzma
option,
declined
so
in
he's
option, so
going to be
he's
a
not
free
coming
agent
back.
too. They really look and feel like they're going to try to just bottom out
They
and see what
bottomed out,
happens.
which they should have did a couple years ago.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
fine.
for sure.
Better than
Porzingis, like, okay, so Malcolm Brogdon, I thought preseason was a good pickup.
I did too.
I don't think he made much of a difference on the team and it's not to say he played bad or was like
he
a
got
complete
hurt
bust.
too, though.
Yeah, but down the stretch, he just didn't make a difference.
Didn't make an impact.
And I do kind of like the trade. Not that I'm a big Porzingis guy at this point, but it does change the dynamic. He gives them something they don't really have as far as being like a big skilled guy.
This is the thing. They didn't give up much to get him.
Right,
Like
exactly.
they could afford to give up Brogdon because you still have Smart and you still have
Yeah.
the other guard
Derek White.
Derek White.
Yeah.
So that's great. And then you're probably Al Horford has been good for them the last 2 years, but he had a bad playoff run, especially the last round and a half.
And you can't expect him to carry on forever.
And he's an older guy.
I mean, yeah.
He's an older guy.
And again, and Robert Williams has had a hard time staying healthy. And it just gives you a third guy, and like Grant Williams kind of plays a little bit.
And
of
Grant
power
Williams,
forward
but
stuff.
I think they're going to get rid of Horford though. You damn near have to if you want a little bit more flexibility on that team, because both Porzingis and Horford carry a salary, a big salary. Robert Williams is on a fucking fantastic salary.
Right. But they'll have to look at paying him.
Yeah, eventually. But Porzingis is like a blend of both. He brings the rim protection that Robert does.
Yeah.
And he brings the shooting that Al does. He shot 39% last year from three, Porzingis.
And my thing though that I was thinking about, I wasn't thinking of giving up Horford immediately.
Yeah.
But I thought next year you have those three guys to man the bigger positions.
Yeah.
And I think that gives you a lot of versatility.
It does.
You kind of have the defensive rim protector dunker in Williams. Porzingis gives you kind of a hybrid of that, and then you have Horford, who just gives you kind of smarts and savvy and, some just veteran leadership.
Who would you start out of those two?
I would probably I would stay. I would start only one of them.
Oh, you would start only one?
Well, yeah, I
okay.
think your best group is probably Smart, White, Tatum, Brown, and then whoever you want the flavor of the month to be at the big spots.
Oh, okay.
Who's
ever playing the best, who's ever fits best
whatever
with the
you
team.
think. I mean, it may be you go with Robert Williams because it might mean more to him to start. I don't think Horford necessarily would be that fixated on it, and I think you could kind of give at least at the start of the season, give Porzingis bring him off the bench and see how it goes, and then if he plays great, then maybe that's something you can transition to, whether it be playing him alongside Williams, or whether maybe he supplants Williams as the starter and Williams becomes this situational player.
Is that team a better team than last year?
I think because I just don't think Brogdon gave them very much, and I on paper I like what Porzingis gives more. So I think that this is a good trade for the Celtics because it will make them better, more versatile in an important way.
I like front offices who make changes like this. It's not that they're totally aggressive, but they saw that they didn't have enough and they made a move.
Yeah.
And it's a move, like you said, that makes sense, that can fit the team. Now on to the Clipper side. They do get a solid guard. They don't have many of those, right? But also they're looking to get rid of Paul George potentially.
Well, that's the thing that you've got to – for the Clippers, and again, Malcolm Brogdon's a good NBA player, but I'm not sure what the plan is with the Clippers. And because there has been some rumblings that maybe they're going to move on from Paul George or maybe even Kawhi, that they may go a different way. For me, to make a move for a player like Brogdon before you make the big decision is a little out of balance. Because, if you're bringing Brogdon in because you think he gives you good guard play with a team centered around Kawhi and Paul George, that makes sense. But you bring in Brogdon, who's essentially a high-level role player, to a roster that we don't really – it may not look much like we've known the Clippers to be. That seems a little odd to me. I would rather be in a situation where I've made my final decision on Paul George or Kawhi or both, and now I'm trading for pieces. Because if they move Paul George – they're going to get something good. But what is it? And then then we have to know what that is before we, where does Brogdon fit? Where's the value in that move? And I think that they've kind of put the horse before the cart before the horse.
Yeah. No, I wasn't thinking in that way, but I can see that. Yeah. I can see that. But
unless the other thing is maybe this move signals that they are going to just keep that duo together and that they like the idea of adding Brogdon.
I can't imagine the Clippers trading Paul George right now. Just because it's not, his trade value is higher than what Kawhi. That's not coming out right. Kawhi trade value. I think Paul George's trade value is higher than Kawhi's right now.
Probably because he's just played a little bit
more.
Because
he's played a little bit more, even though both have been injured.
I think he's marginally younger, right?
And he's marginally I don't know. Kawhi is a guy, I don't know.
Kawhi's aging in dog years.
Yeah,
let's be real.
So
he's actually 74.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then also you have this Westbrook cloud. They've been linked to Chris Paul. The Clippers are just, I think what the fuck happened is they went all out for this duo, and now they're lost. Then lost land, and maybe really they probably should blow it up. But they're like, we don't want to. We want to give this another year or two.
Yeah, I think that this has been an unmitigated failure.
Yeah.
And I would favor moving on from both big pieces.
That's what I'm saying.
But I would do that before I trade for Brogdon and whatever.
Yeah.
Because then I know what I need.
Yeah, exactly. And then as you can see, top left, you got LeBron. Is a report heavily reported that LeBron is frustrated with AD and his performance in with Denver, just completely being outplayed by Jokic.
This is long overdue. Like, in what respect should LeBron be happy that he paired with this guy?
Because he got the ring in the bubble.
One ring. And
that's enough.
No, it's not.
1 and 4 is enough.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It is not. Not like you, and it's not because of how it's worked. Like AD's been injured or whatever, like almost every season. This year he made it through the playoffs and was outplayed by a better player. You pair with this guy because you are an aging star and you want a younger, more dynamic, Robin to your Batman.
But that's on him for choosing him.
I agree.
He personally chose him.
I agree, and that's probably why we're in year 4 and we're finally reaching the point of disappointment. I was disappointed before he unpacked his bags in L.A.
Yeah.
Because he's a bum.
Yeah.
And that's no two ways around it. I mean, my first reaction, this is long overdue. Why did it take so long?
Yeah.
I mean, it's now.
He's just not. He's. They need him to be a superstar, and he's just a star. And he's going to get outplayed by superstar bigs. It doesn't necessarily have to be a center like Jokic, but any superstar big, if they played against Giannis in a championship, that he's going to get outplayed by Giannis.
Yeah.
Like any superstar big, NBA, all those guys, they're going to outplay him. Just he's not a superstar big.
Right.
He's a star.
Right.
He's a star. He's going to show up in half the games, and then some games he's not going to show up at all.
But that's the
he doesn't play through injury.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. This is not a consistent elite performer.
No.
And when you are looking to partner with a guy to win things, you have to do it with a consistent elite performer.
You have to. Especially if you are aging star yourself.
More so when you're aging. But, again, it's the same thing that you had in Brooklyn with Durant and Kyrie and
yeah, those
Harden.
guys just weren't.
But again, from the beginning, KD was out a whole year. Then, Kyrie was in and out with injury and whatever. And then Harden
COVID
really
stuff.
wasn't there that long, to establish any playing rhythm with those guys. And so that's the thing. You have to play together.
Yeah.
And I say that I want to make a clear distinction because I hate the notion of we just got to play together longer and we'll figure it out, because that's bullshit. When people know how to play, it comes together quickly. But what happens is you when you play consistently together in elite level, you build up an equity and a way of doing things and a trust. But when you're sitting there saying, guys are just missing, for 10 games or 18 games or whatever, and now you're kind of scraping through a part of the schedule with an undermanned roster just getting by, you're not building a team. You're not really anything of substance. You're just surviving. And that's why it's not that you're going to create some greater chemistry by simply playing more games together. That's a little part of it, but it's you're going to play games together and you're going to win games. And you're going to get higher seed in the playoffs. You're going to smash people in the playoffs. That's the goal. That's why we do this. And for these guys that miss tons of games, fuck them.
Yeah. Now the Lakers do have. It's been reported they're going to go after Hield and Turner from the Indiana Pacers.
Which was guys they should have gone 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. instead of going after Westbrook at LeBron's and AD's request.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to look at going after them. And then there's always going to be that Kyrie cloud until the dust settles with him. I think Buddy, if they were able to trade, because it's centered around their draft pick this year. If they're able to get Buddy Hield, Turner, and re-sign Reeves and Hachimura, I think that's a solid team. I think it makes you better than you were last year.
Yeah.
You add more shooting. You add more rim protection with Turner, and he can shoot. He's like a 3D center, if you will. It allowed AD to he wants to play power forward anyhow. He doesn't want to bang with the centers.
Yeah.
So you can play those two together, especially because in theory both of them can shoot. I don't remember the last time I've seen Anthony Davis shoot consistently where I want him shooting, but
yeah,
in theory he can shoot. So I think that team will be better. It's just how many years can we go into the next season expecting similar LeBron play? Because that team is going to be really still going to be predicated upon Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And we just can't keep going into the next year saying LeBron James is still going to be a star, and every year he's going 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. When is it,
Yeah, no, I agree.
At some point, that wall is
I mean, I've long since given up any optimism of the Lakers. I don't regard them as contenders. I agree with you that the moves that they make will improve their team, but not, to a level that is championship caliber. So they're just a non-story for me. People always want to talk about them, but it's they're just a run-of-the-mill playoff team until they show something different. Yeah. And for the reasons they have, LeBron is the lion in winter. AD's an unreliable, second banana. And the rest of the roster are kind of these spare parts. And there's a thing like playing with LeBron. He is his own ecosystem. It's you kind of, even as he ages, you kind of got to fit in and play around him. Yeah. And that's for some people they do okay. For others it cuts their legs out.
It does, especially when he's just not as good as he used to be. So that ecosystem is not as strong. The wind is not blowing in the ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly.
We got some more NBA news as well. So this Charlotte thing is interesting. So, of course, Jordan has sold the team, but he's going to have the final say-so this year on the number 2 pick. So it's all of these rumors about, number one, they want to take Brandon Miller. He had an awesome workout.
Did he – okay, what I was looking – like he's completely sold his interest in the team, or did he retain a minority position?
From what I read, everything he sold completely.
Okay.
Got out and got a great deal on it. And they have the number 2 pick, Brandon Miller from Alabama, the forward, of course. They want to take him over Scoot. And, of course, Scoot is ranked as the number 2 overall prospect.
Right.
But Charlotte may take Miller now.
But who's driving that? Is Jordan driving that?
Yeah, they said
he
Jordan
wants Miller.
Yes.
He's been a shitty drafter of people. Yeah. And he wasn't any better than LeBron as far as the internal GM.
Right.
Like he always wanted to draft or sign
as a player,
North Carolina guys.
Yeah.
Who sucked. Yeah. And he didn't jump at Horace Grant. He didn't jump at Scottie Pippen, and some of those things. So him as an evaluator of players, I've not seen evidence of him being any good at all. And so, if he wants to draft Brandon Miller, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm not a big Brandon Miller guy. I really like Scoot. I think he's something special.
You know what his fear is about that?
About what? About
is that
Scoot?
Yeah, he doesn't think Scoot and LaMelo can play together. They're too redundant. So Miller brings a little more flexibility. But my thing is this. My thing is if Scoot, and I do believe Scoot is the better prospect. If Scoot is the better prospect and better player, you draft him and play him at point guard, just like they said about Jordan. That's my favorite line of all time. You draft, I need a center. Well, you draft Jordan, play him at center.
Exactly.
You draft Scoot and you play him at point guard. If you have to move LaMelo, you move him. He barely plays anyway.
Right.
Why are you scared of that?
Yeah, he's another guy.
If he ends up better than LaMelo or whatever, or if whatever the case may be, you take the better player and then you figure the rest out later.
The history of the NBA of championship caliber teams is having the best player and figuring it out around the best player.
Yeah,
that's what the NBA
figure
is.
It out later.
And so, if unless you think that Scoot is just inferior to LaMelo, which I don't buy. Because I don't like LaMelo's reliability.
Yeah.
And I don't like, his injury history is bad. And I do think, and there's a part of me that likes him. And he plays with a flair, he plays with a confidence, but he's often injured. And I do think that he is a guy that is caught up in just kind of being a star and being, a guy that, drives fancy cars and hangs out with IG Mob. I don't know that he's that into the craft.
But you know what also? Is LaMelo is a pass first guy. So even if you are sold on him as a player, they're both bigger guards.
Yeah.
Scoot has a man's body. I think he's still only 6'2", 6'3" ish.
Yeah.
They say. But he can guard the combo guards in the league theoretically. It takes time for guys to get in the league and play passable defense, but that's every young player.
Yeah.
But LaMelo is 6'6". So I wouldn't be afraid of oh, that's a small backcourt, because it's not.
No, it's not by any means.
It's not.
No,
So
in no
I
way.
just don't understand that.
Yeah, Scoot with strength and athleticism is going to play bigger than his height.
Right.
And LaMelo is simply a super tall, long guy.
Yeah.
So there's no undersized backcourt. I mean, I think the only functional argument is that both players may require too much of the ball to play effectively together, but you take the talent and you figure it out.
That's it.
It just, you take the highest potential ceiling guy and work it out. You're trying to, and again, you're not fitting a piece into a championship roster. You're fitting a piece into a non-playoff team. You have nothing. You get the best thing that you can, and you move forward. I mean, like I'm saying, if you're one of these teams that are deep in the playoffs, and it's like, you've kind of got this. Let's just say if the Kings had a high pick, they seem to have something going, and they can look at this a little bit. And Fox is our guy, and Domo's our big, and we've got these other dudes, and it's like, well, what fits our roster? I get that. They earn that. They're there. But you're freaking Charlotte, and you're out of the playoffs, and you got the number 2 pick. You take the highest ceiling player, and you wish for the best.
That's it.
It's simple decision.
Now, the other thing with Charlotte is, of course, we talked briefly about Pelicans wanting to trade up and take Scoot, right? So, of course, the talk is Zion for the number 2 pick. Would you do that if you're Charlotte?
No, I don't see Zion ever being a significant player in terms of availability. When he's played, he's been great.
He's been really great.
But
ideally, you would think LaMelo healthy and a Zion healthy. That's a great combination of it's pass first guy, alley hoops, flashy passes,
but
dunks.
you're still like, I'm not trusting a guy that misses that much time for the same reason I have issues with AD.
Yeah,
I can't. You can't trade for trade a potential foundational piece in Scoot for a guy that averages 30 games a season for his career, and it's not a short career anymore. It's 4 or 5 years in, and this is the body of work. Hell no. Let that be somebody else's problem. Yeah. And and his, I mean, it's just gonna get worse for him. Like his body type, his everything about it.
And if I'm Charlotte, I'm thinking twice. Like, the Pelicans are willing to move on. Just they're not asking for the number 2 pick this year, next year, 1,000 years. Like, they're just asking for the number 2. Like, they're willing to just give up right now.
Yeah, and they should. No, but they should.
Yeah.
And I said this a couple months ago. Like, move on from him.
Yeah,
it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
You can't operate out of fear. And it's one of my biggest pet peeves in pro sports that, we can't lose this. We can't lose this. What are you losing? You're losing a guy that's good for 30 games a year. That ain't much. That's never going to get you to a championship.
You know what I didn't like also is that he was healthy enough to come back and help them in that play-in game.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm only about 80%. I'm not Zion.
Yeah.
He's doing 360 windmills.
You know who that
360 windmills in 1%, but I can't play basketball.
But that's to me, that was Michael Vick's problem.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Vick could not play hurt.
Yeah.
And there is a reality to, and everyone wants to preserve their body and get their bag and all this other horse shit. But there is a part of this where it's competing. And you got to have a hunger to get out there and compete, even when you're not at 100%. Because the reality is, you get to the end of the year, I don't care who you are, you're not at 100%. You have some physical problem that you're dealing with, and the guys that get it done deal with it. And that's what this is. That's what separates people. Guys that can't handle pain or can't play unless everything feels perfect. I used to work with a guy. It was kind of funny. Like he would sporadically play basketball, but he was one of those guys. You go, hey, you gonna play today? Wednesday at lunch. He's, yeah, man, yeah, whatever's bothering me. I go, yeah. Well, if it was Game 7, would you play? Yeah. I was like, was it Game 43 of the regular season? Would you play? Nah. I'm like, dude, if it goes up, you're either there or you're not.
Yeah.
Like I can't relate to people. I can't relate to stupid people, and I can't relate to religious people, and I can't relate to people that don't show up and play. I don't get it, man.
That's it. we got the Blazers with Damian Lillard. This situation is gonna
pivot again. He's pivoted again.
It's going back and forth. You got Damian Lillard with, some days he wants to remain in Portland no matter what, and some days I need to win a championship. If they're going to draft a player, you need to trade me. You have the Blazers who may be entertaining that, and then today there's a report that said they're shutting down all Dame calls for right now. So nobody really knows what the hell is going on.
It feels like it was a leverage play by Dame because he kind of started very early in this process saying he didn't want to be part of a rebuild. And that kind of opened the door to speculation that they'd trade him. And now it's kind of come full circle. And now they're talking about not trading him and making moves for significant players.
Right.
And so it really feels like he never wanted to leave and that he just wanted some assurance that they're not just going to bottom out in his twilight and, just go with a bunch of young dudes that are trying to figure out the league.
We get a little breaking news here.
What's that?
Looks like the Porzingis trade falls apart.
Really?
So I'm trying to read
who failed the physical.
Well, it's not a physical.
Okay.
It's teams are moving on from the trade. I'm trying to find out what team backed out. Basically, it's a team that backed out last minute. It says they failed to come to an agreement on the deal. But typically that means one team was like,
Yeah. Well, maybe it was the Clippers, and they kind of reconsidered like what exactly they're doing.
Yeah.
And maybe they have something in mind with Paul George or somebody else, and it's like, hey, we let's handle this first, and then figure out where we are.
Yeah. Maybe we need one or two of these picks to move this other thing that we really want to do more so than this. Yeah. Yeah. You never know. So we'll figure out what happens with that for right now. But what we do know is Porzingis is for sale. So
yeah,
you end up in Boston, or maybe Boston finds a way to just
rework the
trade. Do a 2-team deal.
Yeah,
with Washington,
or just get a different third team involved.
Hopefully it's 7.
I mean, if their intentions are clear, we want Porzingis at the price of Brogdon. They just need somebody to make that work.
Yeah.
For whatever that whatever that interest is.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
I thought it was interesting about Kevin Durant. He's going on a late Twitter spree, and
he's bored.
Yeah. First of all, it was a fan that reached out to him and was like, "Hey, why do you only respond back to the hate? The hate. Why don't you respond back to the fans who love you as well?" And he was like, "Hate fuels me. Love will only kill me." What are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
And so he's on Twitter. He's talking about Kyrie and Russ inspired a whole generation. They don't ever get credit for it, though. And then he said James Harden is one of the most influential players in the history of the game. All three guys are his former teammates. I don't know what to make of this. I think
I don't either.
Russ and Kyrie, I don't believe they inspired a whole generation. They're really good players, but what generation did they inspire?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't see that like transcendent quality to them. I mean, they're arguably Hall of Famers, so it's there. But what specifically did they do?
No.
You don't go to a pickup run or a park anywhere and nobody's playing like Westbrook.
Oh no.
I mean, arguably nobody's. Very few people that have ever lived are capable of playing like either one of those guys.
Yeah,
for different reasons. I mean, there's just not many people that have the type of athleticism and tenacity that Russell Westbrook did in his peak. So nobody's replicating that. I mean, that's almost unnatural, force of nature stuff.
And then okay, and because he's talking about inspiring. And nobody's coming to the court dressing like him either.
No.
People wanted to be like Iverson and wear the big chains and the big clothes.
No, you're right.
You know, like you can make an argument on or off the court. Now, and like you said, the same thing with Kyrie. Those particular set of skills. First of all, the dribble guys, that's kind of fading out anyway. The fancy I'm doing this.
Not a 24-hour finish. Way too many bad dribble guys.
Bad dribble guys, but the good dribble guys kind of go on the wayside.
They're real. Like that's okay. So that's another thing. Like, are there any real good dribble guys that aren't him?
No.
Like all you really did is create a lot of weird wannabe guys that don't play functional basketball.
Yeah.
And you've got guys that, and for me, like, forget about the dribbling, it's nice. It's the finishing. That, to me,
he's one of the best finishers.
One of the best finishers to ever live. The variety and so forth, that's better and more valuable than the dribbling.
Yeah.
And there's just not a lot of. Just nobody touches that.
But fans of him, they only mention, he's the best dribbler of all time. You ever seen this dribble?
That says a lot about his fans. That they don't see the real payoff.
But you agree, right? That's
yeah. I don't talk to a lot of idiots. I don't. I really don't. I mean, if somebody says something that I find disagreeable and disagreeable because it's stupid, I just stop listening.
Yeah.
Like, they could be drowning and calling for help. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I thought you were still talking about Kyrie dribbling. I just,
no, that's
I don't get it. Like, it makes no sense to me. So I don't know what a lot of people say, to be fair, on a lot of stuff, because they just don't listen.
Yeah.
But his elite finishing, that's the greatest quality that he's had, and that's what distinguishes him. And should more people look at that? I agree, they should. Should more people try to play as hard on both ends of the floor as Westbrook in his prime? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Should people look at Kyrie's skill set and finishing and say, man, I should be able to do more than a right-handed layup? 100%. That would enrich the game. But to counter what Kevin's saying is that, like, no, there's not really people doing that.
No, not at all. Not at all. You got Jason Tatum. He's mad at the rumors. He says anybody else tired of seeing per source every rumor. He says anybody else.
The internal strife there.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up the Porzingis to see who
faded out of that.
Yeah, who faded out, but the news just hasn't dropped yet. Hold on, the Wizards are still working on ways to get Porzingis to Celtics in an opt-in and trade scenario, but it won't be in a three-way with the Clippers.
So Clippers, that's what we thought.
The Clippers, yeah.
God, we're good.
Clippers pulled out. Oh, you're good. You call that, man. Take full credit, man. Take full credit.
The Clippers are like Juan. They're the pullout king.
But yeah. All righty. That's it for this week's show.
There it is, man. Another good one in the books. That was wild, though.